What's up, everybody? This is that. We're back with another video. This is another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I'm your host, Edward Anderson, and this is going to be kind of an open panel. I did title it, so that's going to be one of the topics. Why y'all coming in here? I'm gonna. Well, I always keep it real. I always tell you what I think. Excuse me. So here's the deal. um, so I was listening to Jessica X's panel a little bit, seeing what was going on over there. And this is an observation I have to make, and I really have to say this. And obviously, I stand by the fact that people can run their channels the way they want to run them. But I will say, but obviously, I've also talked about consequences and actions. There should be no channel in the black man. Anybody that is quote unquote in the manosphere, especially anybody, I think this is fair. I think this is fair. Anybody that is in the manosphere, there should, now I understand doing an interview, but that women, there should not be any safe spaces for women that clearly have, they, number one, it's not about folks having an antagonistic view of black men. It's that their arguments are half baked, and obviously so, and they are literally willing themselves to believe a narrative. There should be no safe space in the manosphere for that. There should be no channel that women, I don't care if it's ran by women, because even a breakdown doesn't do that, that women can go and not have to worry about engaging with men in any kind of way. Now, I understand that people can pick and choose. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. Pick and choose who goes up there. I understand that there's people that need to be able to have a better touch, maybe a touch better than me. Shout out to Archer, who Archer was actually in there, and Archer has children by three different men. I mean, women, women, including a couple as non-ADOS. But this idea that women can come over to a channel and talk their shit and not really have to be challenged. I understand being challenged by Jessica, but I mean, fuck that. They shouldn't be able, just, it's just like the thing about it is, one of the things that black men do for the most part in this space is we give women a courtesy of being able to express their opinion. Bomb Cherry is notorious for saying crazy shit, and yet she was able to come up there and express her opinion of Bernard and Obsidian. And then she went into the fucking old bitch shit like she does. She just can't hold it in. Talking shit, that old shit. Um that old bitch shit. But she was able to come up and state, whatever case she had, right? And this is not to say that Jessica doesn't have dudes on there, but you know what? What is very annoying about black, these women, like, black women talk about black men, and then they are just being allowed to lie. They're outright lying. This isn't a miss of opinion. They are lying. They are lying. And then for them to be comfortable, this is why they say stupid shit like she's head of the manosphere. And I do, I don't really talk about super chats anybody is getting, but what I would say is, you all that donate, I gotta tell you, it looks goofy as hell, especially knowing that Jessica doesn't really promote super chats that are not donated. Y'all niggas look goofy as hell trying to put out a super chat to talk to bitches that don't like you. You are niggers to them. Let me say it again. You are niggers to them. And I'm not saying that I donate her channel, but goddamn, if Jessica is only gonna, I get it, super chats are to be highlighted, but you all are literally putting super chats in there to get your thoughts out to bitches that don't like you. Do you all understand how dumb that is? Now, certain people that want to be on the extreme will say, well, that's what I've been talking about. No, that's not what you've been talking about. I'm making a very specific point because all her shit ain't like this. A good amount is, but all of it ain't like this. And at the very least, if that's going to happen, a dude needs to be on that motherfucker to represent our point of view. That bullshit where these women can just come over there. I mean, like, for example, and I'm gonna drop the link. It's like weak as fuck. And I'm gonna keep it real. Next time I'm gonna start taking screenshots. And yeah, I'm gonna be that petty. Next time, I'm gonna start going through the fucking video, especially when it's a video like that. I'm gonna take screenshots and I'm gonna start tagging you. See, that's one thing a lot of these dudes talk a lot of shit, but they ain't wanting to solve the problem. I'm gonna solve the fucking problem. I'm gonna start tagging y'all and I'm gonna make a list of all of y'all to do that under those circumstances. Cause that shit is goofy. And I'm gonna start clowning the fuck out of y'all. Cause some of y'all some of y'all did it twice. And I could go on that video. In fact, I'm probably gonna go on that motherfucker, download that shit. He's 2K away now. Shout out to Kevin. Like, for real. Because the thing about it is, like, and again, like, she has dudes on there, but real talk, like, some dude's got to be up there. It cannot. And I understand if they don't come up, then they're fucking cowards. They're fucking cowards, and then they shouldn't even be in this space. They need to stay where cowards stay. So, for instance, she who will not be named, one chick was saying that, oh, she's tough love. Well, shit, the KKK is tough love then. But the biggest thing that stood out to me was what was the thing in the end, because I didn't listen to the whole thing. I jumped around. Was Jessica asked them, would you listen to somebody that has a child by somebody that they knew had 5 kids or X amount of kids by X amount of women? They all said no. Only one chick said that, well, that's who you all are listening to. And they all just acted like that shit wasn't said. If you know, you know. It's not and no, they don't need to meet girls in the DR. To be honest with you, the DR is a good test place to go overseas, but the DR has been tainted. Honestly, the DR is really where y'all niggas need to do the nigga shit so you all don't fuck up any other locations. I'd rather y'all just completely dump it onto the DR. Well, it's not about whether she's a man or not, because truth be told, Love Dorsey would have never let that shit ride. That's why I got respect for her. That shit would never ride. That shit would never ride. And obviously people are different people, but that shit would never ride. And my point is, I get that she's talking to them, but the reality is these women are fucking cowards. They don't know how to communicate with men. They're antisocial. And this is why when people like Psycho will say, well, we're gender gangbanging, motherfucker, say what you want to about black men, but we allow women to express themselves. Nigga, we've been overseas more than you. Don't come in here doing that shit. Don't Keanu, I don't know who you are. You are new. So I'm gonna make it clear. I come from the passport community. I was in the black passport community before I was in the manosphere. Okay? My passport is 7 years old, well stamped. I've been to the DR. I've been to South America. I've been overseas. Do not come in my channel disrespected by trolling. You will be blocked because I don't know you. And I don't know you. And I am kind of on one right now. Okay, there are plenty of guys in here to travel. I promote travel. Rest in peace, Charles Tyler, if you even know who that is. But do not come in here disrespecting travel by just coming in here spamming that shit on stupid random shit. Okay, do not do that. I got a whole list of 50 resources of traveling and getting dudes the ability to travel. So please, I'm asking you nicely. Do not disrespect travel. Okay, do not come in here disrespecting travel and passport bros by being dumb. Don't. Please. But you are not talking. This is not an anti-travel community. This is a definitely a pro-travel channel. Definitely. So you don't got to worry about coming in here trolling and being dumb. But don't, because I will block you without hesitation. I don't really care about growing like that. That's why my shit hasn't grown. Well, one of many reasons why I choose to do that. So we're good. Shout out to Don Juan for the $20 super chat. And keep putting in that work, my G. I see you. I see you here. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that to pick on you. I appreciate you commenting. I just want to let you know very clear. This is not you don't got to troll here if you were pro travel. This is pro travel. I am definitely pro black men dealing with femininity and doing that and doing what needs to be done. So I just want to say that and be very clear. My thing is this though, like straight up, that really annoys me. Because because those women like to come over there because they know they can spew out their bullshit. So number one, those women want to act like they knew Cynthia G. They're not listening to Cynthia G for credibility. They listen to Cynthia G because they, just like how people listen to, they don't listen to Derek Jackson for real advice. They listen to Derek Jackson. That's like, it's called they're emotional dope dealers. They listen to him for an emotional high. Like a lot of, like, for instance, O'Shea just did a video talking about the dude that said black women are my enemy. Well, fine. Black women are not your enemy, but do black women believe black men are their enemy? And goddamn it, and you ain't gonna show me nobody listens to Cynthia G that don't believe that. Now people will tell themselves, well, she's just tough love. Well, shit, Jared Taylor is just tough love when he tells you niggas need to start sticking with you niggers need to start sticking with things that are not as intelligent because your IQ isn't high. If that's your definition of tough love, shit, let's bring everybody out. Well, maybe what's the guy that just got 22 and a half years to kill George Floyd? Maybe he was doing George Floyd a favor and ending his life early. Maybe that was tough love. If that's your definition of tough love, then shit, murdering somebody is tough love. If that's what you're gonna say, this is how cracked out people are. And the reality is, I'm sorry, Jessica has her place as far as being able to lull some of these dudes into saying dumb shit. But the truth is, they're not threatened. They get annoyed by Jessica to a certain extent because she's a woman. But the reality is, there's a reason why these chicks don't never interact with dudes, because they are threatened by dudes. And another thing I want to talk about too, because I want to keep this focused. So another argument that was made was this idea that they say that Nigerian men perform the best in school in the UK and America. And then the argument they wanted to make was they wanted to make the father was a common denominator. So basically putting it on black men. But the reality is, those Nigerian fathers, first of all, most of those Nigerians that are in the United States, they're not coming from like the UK or the Western world. So they're coming from an environment that the legal structure protects men's rights. And the men control the children. And they're coming into a country where that's not true. Also, most of these Nigerian men, they are not first generation. They are immigrants. So they are in a very controlled environment, and they are raised in a controlled environment where the men's rights supersede the woman's rights. That's the difference. They're not coming from the fucking UK to America, that they said Caribbeans do the worst, which is ironic because Caribbeans actually don't have the problem that African Americans have with the laws. They still control the countries where they come from. But we're not talking about Caribbeans. I'm speaking of African Americans. And this argument that they kept on trying to put it on the dudes. Women control the children. So saying that the fathers are not there is bullshit, because women choose the fathers for their children and they're not choosing for fatherhood. And my point to what I said before is, y'all got to stop entertaining that level of stupidity. Y'all are actually letting them say dumb shit, and you all are super chatting to convince dumb broads of some shit that they emotionally don't emotionally believe in. How fucking stupid are you all? I'm talking to you all as black men. If anything, you all should be super chatting saying, let a dude up. Fuck me. Let Archer up. You know, let them. Archer can speak on this in ways I can't because he has kids. You know, like damn that. That's what y'all should be fucking super chatting. Don't be super chatting. Well, ladies, those bitches are not ladies. It was that one chick that was it was one chick that I didn't hear her long enough, but she was trying to say, but y'all still listen to Cynthia G. And it was one chick, like they really believed in one y'all, but she's tough love. That's not tough love. How does she even have the credibility to do that when she went from one side of the country to the other? To have a kid with somebody. You know what? Fuck that. That tells me that that's the only person that would have her. That's what that tells me. And this is not about her. This is really about y'all as men. Like that is some of the most bitch-made, low-level, gynocentric shit. Yeah, fuck me. Let any of them. No, MOT. I respect MOT, but MOT will blow it up. Angry Man, you would get a good conversation before he blows it the fuck. Actually, Angry Man would be better because Angry Man has dealt with the child support shit. So, but the point is, because that's how BGS ran BGS for women. He didn't let it be a free for all, and I respect that. But these women are allowed to say shit unabated. Well, I challenge them. No, not really. You do. Even Sister George, I expected her to say some shit, but she just wanted to advocate for how hard the court system is. Like, man, this is 2020. The stats are out there. Shout out to Divorce Court. These women don't want to know because they need their narratives to be real. And Obsidian talked about this. The hell with him talking about when I have a lucid thought. I always have lucid thoughts. I forgot better shit than most people think of. That's why people always take the shit that I talk about. So I'm always like shit. Every lightning bolt I put out is damn near gold. So whatever with that, but that little slick diss. I do my rants because that's the way the fuck I want to do them. But anyway, Obsidian did with that aside, Obsidian, was talking about what I said about Cynthia G. There's nothing to be said. There is nothing to be said. And quite frankly, there's nothing to talk about. Like doing a channel, because think about it. Yeah, women can support that channel because there's women that listen to Cynthia G. But you niggas are super chatting it. For what? Do you dumb motherfuckers actually believe you're going to change these hoes' opinion of you? Is that what you believe? Or is your IQ that low when it comes to to black women? And that's also a part of what I've been saying. What the fuck do they have to do? Like, what do they have to do? Like, goddamn, I have a black mom too that raised me. Like, so stuff like it ain't like I don't fucking get it, but damn. He'll be at 1 mil. It's gonna be tomorrow night. It'll probably be tomorrow night or probably like Sunday morning. No, they were super chatting. They were super chatting to those females, talking about trying to convince them. And I'm like, how dumb are you? And it is gonna be what it is, but don't think that nobody ain't never gonna say shit. Shout out to Taylor Made Dreams. Smirgle, I told you, you're kind of on thin ice, man, because you keep on like low-key trolling and saying goofy shit. So, like, you can't tell me shit. I've been in this space way too fucking long. And a lot of the stuff you saying is redundant. Like, seriously. I didn't cut no, Smirgo. I have not cussed you out. That is not me cussing you out. That's me giving you a stern warning. Anybody that's been in this space, they know what me cussing somebody out is. It's been a minute. You want to know me cussing somebody out? I didn't even cuss Psycho out. The problem is you keep on like saying inflammatory shit to try to redirect the attention towards you. I don't know why you do that. I really don't. So anyway, like I was saying though, like for real though, like, and it's not even the fact that y'all are super chatting. It's like, cause I wasn't really paying attention to why like that. It's why you all are literally super chatting these questions as if these bitches give a fuck about what you saying. You're niggers to them, and I'm using that terminology. I'm using that terminology on purpose. You're niggers to them. I wish I could put this on YouTube if and Patreon couldn't let me do it. This had to be something if I did an Avenger audio thing. Like, are you niggers to black women? And when I say black women, damn sure anybody listens to her. Like, seriously. Like, they're talking about, well, we don't kill black children. We don't kill, like, we're not killing. Bullshit. Look at the abortion rate. I guess the definite, because in most countries in Nigeria, is abortion legal in Nigeria? Yeah, they say abortion is legal only to save the woman's life. Still, abortions are common and most unsafe because, yeah, so abortion is only legal to save a woman's life. So basically, it ain't, which makes sense as to why their population is so high. I mean, Smurgo, I'm cool with Smurgo, but I'm just trying to, like, I'm not playing on certain things because it's like you keep doing it. Like, I keep seeing you commenting, and it's like you commenting, you doing mad replies with other people. You know, you doing a lot of pookie shit. Like, it's like you trying to antagonize people just for the sake of antagonizing people. And you think I don't see that? I look at all my comments, all my chats. It's like, dude, despite what people think, this is just a friendly warning because I really don't want to have to do something anyway. Um, and like real fucking talk though. Like that's I'm not even like mad at, like, for real. And y'all need to, if y'all gonna give money, y'all need to say, look, man, somebody need to be over there speaking for the brothers. Damn that bullshit. Like damn that, you know, they just feel safe to just say whatever the fuck they want to say, and then they just gonna get a nice soft tone from just, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Come on. Any y'all over here, y'all be telling us what the fuck y'all think we should be fucking doing. Y'all love to give us fucking suggestions on how we should run our shit. Half of you, and they ain't even motherfuckers to donate. But over there, y'all want to be little kittens. And I said it just like that. One thing about me is I'm equally yoked. Shit, the breakdown don't even do that shit. Hell, if we can't have women over there, fuck it. Get Kendra if she's available. At least do that. Cause at least she'll speak with an authority that they ain't gonna like. Anyway. That's why these bitches out here talking about, oh well, you know, Jessica X running the manosphere. Y'all, I ain't to y'all want to sit there and talk about her. No, I'm gonna talk to the niggas that's doing the thing. And everybody want to talk about the nigga, the chick, but don't want to address the niggas. No, I'm gonna address the niggas. I'm gonna download that fucking fact. I'm gonna download that video right fucking now, and I'm gonna start going through that shit, and I'm gonna start putting all y'all super chats. Nigga, you paid this amount of money to do this, to say that stupid for them, and knowing they not gonna answer the question. And I'm not trying to fuck with her pockets. I'm really not. But I'm trying to say, nigga. I'm trying to say, nigga, if y'all gonna have the discussion, they gonna fucking defend it. Not know, well, we're gonna get on here, we're gonna have a girls' night. Because girls ain't supporting the shit. It's dudes. We're gonna have a girls' night, and we're gonna talk about how, you know, Cynthia G is not really that bad, and you fucking niggers, you little dusties, you black men. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. And then you niggas are supporting that. If you gonna donate, say, hey, let Archer up. Hey, I know somebody in the back. Hey, we gonna start having a fucking union in this motherfucker and do an anti-campaign. When it's these bitches on here, there needs to be a diplomatic representative of the sphere. You get to pick who that is, because it's your channel, but somebody need to be on that motherfucker. Damn that. Because real talk, that shit about what they would say, well, you know, Nigerian men are more responsible. Nigerians are known for trading scams. They're known to be the scammers. They're known internationally for that, whether it's in China, in Africa, in the UK, or in America. So no, all Nigerians are not created equal. But to the extent of the ones that come over here, it is because they come from patriarchal households. So don't tell me to chill. We are not in patriarchal fucking households. But see, that shit should have been chin checked. And then when they talk about, well, you should just try harder. And I hated my father until the day he died. Like, fuck that bullshit. Y'all gonna have me acting like angry man. But my thing is, there needs to be a goddamn represent. Well, you know, man. So I know you Nigerian, and you know I'm right. So shut the hell up. I know how strong Nigerians are. Shit, you know, I got mad respect for Nigerians, but don't get on code now. You know, on there I acknowledge that Nigerian men are the most educated in the United States, and those are mainly immigrants. And Nigerian men are the most got the most educated in the UK. But on the flip side, you know good goddamn well what I'm saying is right. Hell, y'all got 200 million folks, and that's not even counting the Jamaicans are genetically offspring of you all. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know you Nigerian, and you ain't never told me to chill until I start talking about that. I ain't know if you starting to code up. But my point to me saying that was they were trying to say, well, Nigerians, they try to act like these men are just who they are. That's not true. Men are not born, they are made. They are forged. And this idea that they're the stork, they just come off intelligent, that's bullshit. That's not true. They come out of even no matter what, Muslim, Igbo, whatever, Christian, what they do, Yoruba, what they have in fucking common is they are more patriarchal than the average black diaspora. They may not be the most, but they're definitely they're not, you know, outside. You take the Muslims out of it, they're on the latter end on that. And the women are on their program. Like an African dude very much explained that shit on a Roger Report very eloquently. He was going into a lot of stuff that we never talk about here. So I want to clip that because it was really, really good because it gives you all like insight on the depth of it. But so I got respect, but black women ain't picking Africans either. And that's on purpose. Hold on, I'm not done. So my point is the common denominator is not the fathers. The fathers are removed from the equation because black women don't want authority. So to the extent that if you want to give the women credit, give them women credit from the standpoint of them going along with the program, just like how Jewish women are very assertive. But Jewish women go along with the Jewish program because they understand how they benefit from it. So my point is, and I'm gonna say this, and I'll get the super chat, and I'll get y'all in there. I get it. Soul Provider doesn't know, so you good. But the point is, they remove men did not abandon the family. Women use the white man to remove them. Let's call that what the fuck it really is. And part of that is how they sexually select. Is this every black woman? No. Like I said, 1 in 5. And the stats for the most part kind of bear that out. But outside of 1 in 5, they're all on this to varying degrees. And black men need to call that out for what that is and stop allowing women to think. And see, the problem is they got these little hate spots like Cynthia G. Nigga, I'd rather listen to the KKK than listen to Cynthia G. I'm dead ass. I would rather, if you ask me, would you rather sit there and listen to Richard Spencer for an hour or listen to Cynthia G? Nigga, I'm taking Richard Spencer in a heartbeat. Because I'm taking Richard Spencer in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. in a heartbeat. If y'all ask me, would I rather read the Turner Diaries for an hour or listen to Cynthia G? I'm reading the Turner Diaries in a heartbeat.
Might as well get it from the
I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I mean it. So yeah, that was just hold on, just the intellectual dishonesty there. It was like, oh well, you know, Nigerian aren't African men so responsible. So question, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm done. Question. Okay, black men are nothing but low IQ niggers. We got that. Let's just cut the bullshit. So, black women, why you still have kids with them? Why? Well, hold on. I don't want to hear you don't know. Black women have been operating this way for at least 20 years. So I don't want to hear you don't know. Why are you still having kids with black men? I want to know. Why are you not aborting every single black child that you're having? Because you all actually have the right to have sex with black men and kill off children versus men can't do that, which is also a power dynamic that people don't ever talk about. Men, men need to start choosing better too. Well, they do. That's what SYSBM is about. But men don't have the luxury of nutting in a bitch and then making her and being able to artificially make her have an abortion. Women can allow dudes to skeet all up in them and then choose to not have the kid. They have the morning after pill. They can, and hell, they don't even got to take care of the kid. Real talk. They can drop them off on the damn fire station. Hell, women can leave their kids in a motherfucking car and let it heat up and they die, and then generally get off on some they forgot. Let's call that what it is. So the real question the question I would wish that Jessica would ask, cut the bullshit. If dudes can't be on there, why are any of these women dealing with black men? You can't say the women don't know. You can't say the women are not passing these attitudes down. You can't say ignorance. So why is any black woman having sex and having a child by a black man, including the women that hate black men the most? You are listening to a female that said the majority of black men are lowlives, then went from Seattle, Washington to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, literally on two opposite damn me corners of the United States of America, to have a kid with a man that already had at least 4 baby mamas and ain't got paper. He ain't fucking Nick Cannon. Yet that's who you listen to. But I'm supposed to believe that motherfuckers are talking in good faith. Okay, so I've had my if that's what it is, if it's because they can't stay away from BBC, then I have a right to say that black women are wild animals then. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Because at least with black men will fuck with hot girls and know hot girls come with hot girl problems, and they generally won't bitch and cry about the problems that hot girls bring because they know going in they're playing Russian roulette. That's what Manosphere don't allow black men to bitch about women that are open about them being on bullshit, and then they choose to play anyway. That's one thing the Manosphere doesn't do. Women do that over there. We don't do that over here. Generally, the complaints you're allowed to have as a man is borderline off. You have to maybe able to make a credible case of deception. And if you don't, we find out that you weren't deceived, that you knowingly engaged with a woman. I mean, you saw when I jumped on Smurgo. When Smurgo said he thought it was funny that a woman was hitting him, then when that chick takes a 4x4, I'm like, well, nigga, well, I'm glad but Smurgo took accountability for that. So, anyway, I'm gonna jump, Archer. I'm gonna jump to CJ because CJ is definitely a content creator. So first thing, CJ, and I ain't even talked about Men's Week yet. I'll get y'all opinions on that too, but I wanted to get this off my chest. Anyway, this is one reason why I listen to Love. Well, Pink Book Lessons is good too, by the way. But this is why I listen to Love Doors, because Love Doors will cuss the motherfuckers out. So anyway, CJ, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? You heard me?
Yes. Yeah, Mimi was over there. I'm going to tell you right now, if you niggas, unless she say some crazy shit, any of you motherfuckers, if you time her out, I'm giving her a wrench. So do not let women come over here. Even if they're saying something pseudo-antagonistic, they have a right to put their opinions in the chat. It helps me run my show. So I'm telling you right now, and any of you ought to block her unless she say some crazy shit. I'm putting you on a review to whether you need to have a wrench. So I'm telling you that right now. Don't fuck with my show. Anyway, yeah, you gotta let this, and then they be getting mad when I give a woman a wrench, but I'm like, I'm not about to be monitoring no chat, but like that. Anyway, I'm in front of my TV though, so we're good. So anyway, my bad, CJ. So first question number one, did you see the video I'm talking about?
No, it sounds like you're saying that Jessica X like stood up for Cynthia G in some kind of way.
No, she did not. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you got dudes that are super chatting, trying to convince women to hate black men. Like, okay, so they're having a conversation as they do. And Jessica, is being a defense attorney for black men, like as she is. And then you have dudes that they want to voice their opinion, right? So, generally you have the chat, and then most people, like any content creator, is going to voice the super chats, right? So what they'll do is they'll give super chats so they can add in a conversation. Normal enough. My thing is, why are you trying to add to a conversation of women that don't give a fuck about what you think in the first place? Y'all need to start advocating for having one dude on there that can represent what the fuck we say. If you gonna pay for that. And Archer was in the back, I was in the back, and me learning, I asked a dude in the thing, I said, is this only women? Because I get it, she can't focus on everything, whatever. I asked the dude, and dude told me, okay, it's women only. I said, great, because the link was like there, pinned. So I would have waited like a motherfucker, and then I would have been mad. But, I learned, and I asked. I said, is it? And then a dude said, no, it's women only. So I knew to go in there. I almost went back. So that's what happened. So, okay, you haven't seen that. So don't worry about that. Are you aware of the video of Cynthia G, bringing up the KKK dude, racist white dude.
Oh yeah, she brought up the white dude and was like sucking up to him and was like, "Yeah, see, white guys do want us." That's the one you talking about?
Okay, so you're aware of that one. I wanted to be clear. And have you seen some of the videos from Kevin Samuels' men's week?
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of those.
Did you see the Instagram one?
Yeah, the one from the other day where the guy, you talking about the guy who was like in medical school?
Yeah, okay. So that's the only one that counts. The only two is trial runs, but we can talk about all of them. All right, so now we were on the same page with that. I know Archer saw the Jessica thing, so he's aware of all of that. I know Archer read it, and you did too? Yeah. And Mimi, if you want to come up, feel free to come up. I don't know if you was over there, but feel free to come up. But
Mimi did a good job. She went over there. She cussed that girl out.
Yeah, I think because I said it was one of them I didn't know. That was really like kind of saying what it was.
You know what's crazy about that girl?
Paying attention. So it may have been Mimi. I don't know.
You know what's crazy about that girl that was talking all that craziness? I looked at her picture. She said she had twins. She says no, she's Nigerian. She's like something because she said her dad left to get a green card. So I'm thinking her mom was American and her dad left her where she still has daddy issues. And I saw a picture. She says she had twins and those are black kids. Well, you know what? I don't know. It could be white because I think they were light skinned. I don't know.
Well, remember what I told you about, and shout out to Tariq Nasheed, even though I think, all right, no, I appreciate it. I make sure that I sign proper things. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, even though I think he goes overboard with it. He do be talking about all these bitches are bed wenches. All these bitches, all these non-ADOS bitches, in his opinion, are bed wenches. I don't take that opinion, but make no mistake, I don't give non-ADOS black women a pass because they're not ADOS. And real talk, a lot of you African American women need to stop listening to these stupid bitches that are non-ADOS for real, because they don't have your best intention at heart. Well, of course, there's ADOS. They got more than enough of them to listen to. But
what I've noticed about the ADOS bed wenches, they're real ghetto. You could tell by the voice that they're ugly. That's the one.
Well,
I went to some of those divester chicks, and I can hear in their voice. I'm like, this is an ADOS chick.
I'm not even trying to get petty with that. Because there are Anyway, hold on. We'll get back to you, CJ. Okay. What were your thoughts about this, real quick? Because I want to make sure I keep the flow going. Shout out to Platinum for the $20 super chat. Take the red pill. You heard it first, Platinum.
Well, it's a couple things. Number one, it's like no matter what the platform is or how cool the woman is, I always expect a certain level of fuckery. Just because at the end of the day, she's still a woman. And like with women,
here, so
and it's like with women, they're only going to take but so much criticism before they go, hold on now, I'm still a woman. You can't go so far in on women before a woman goes, now hold on now. That's enough. Even if what you're saying is true, it's like it's a limit to it.
No.
So I expect some pushback and some, I expect some of that. So,
Well, okay, absolutely. I mean, my thing though is, I got a question. I'm gonna ask everybody this question real quick, and then I'll let you jump in, Archer, on what your initial thoughts are. What are you first? Are you an adult or are you a woman?
To them, I would say I think most of them are like, look,
no, not what they think. What is it on men and women? Are you an adult? Do you think a woman? Do you think let's say a 15-year-old boy? Do you think a 25-year-old female should be held more accountable from a adult standpoint, or a 15-year-old boy?
Definitely the woman, for sure.
Yeah, and the legal system, in theory, supports that. So you're an adult before you being an adult comes before your gender. This goes on both sides.
But not to black women, though.
Yes, I know what they think. They think a lot of things.
Because you remember the whole Ice Cube thing. They asked
to them abortion ain't murder either. So they think a lot of shit.
Because remember the Ice Cube thing? She was like, what do you have specifically for black women? And Ice Cube was like, well, this is for black people. And she was like, no. What's specifically for black women in particular? Like they see themselves as a separate group.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean, I get it. And I didn't want to have that's actually a great topic if somebody wants to do that. I may do it later on. I need to write that down for upload. But the answer is you're an adult. And the problem is women want to operate like children. They want to operate like children.
That's true.
But have adult privileges, and that's a problem. Like for when people want anybody that believes that the black community, any of you all that are team, let's fix it if it can be fixed. That's something you're never.
I'm on that team.
Well, that's something you can never get around. You have to fix that. And there's certain and like it can't be let's just the man. Like you can't say, well, men just need to alpha their way through it and become top 1% niggas for a woman to magically, like a fucking Pokemon, evolve into a goddamn adult. You come as a fucking adult, which is
because
one reason
honestly,
why I
that's not even
Love
a solution.
Dorsey, because Love Dorsey is an adult first. And so when people try to imply the ratchetry and all that, fine, but she operates like a goddamn adult that has an adult mind. And if we can't fix that, there's nothing that can be done.
And you can't do that when they're getting subsidized by white people, aka white supremacy.
Well, that's when I also say you can't unspoil a child in the same environment that you spoiled them in. That's another thing I say. And that's the Chinese finger trap that we're in. Because this is why dudes always want to default to, well, niggas need to be superheroes, and then that woman will be a Lois Lane. Well, even Superman, Lois Lane is still Lois Lane. She's still an independent woman. The difference is Lois Lane's a fucking adult. Imagine if Lois Lane acted like a fucking child, but was still Lois Lane.
Exactly.
When Lois Lane found out Clark was Superman, she didn't stop calling the motherfucker Smallville. No stat. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to go back to one more time with the Nigerians. What I came up here to tell you. Another thing is when the Nigerians that come here, there's a different class. The higher class come to America. The lower class generally go to UK or Canada.
And the higher classes got paper. A lot of y'all don't be understanding that. They got that oil money. Y'all better. Yeah. All of them don't, but
the ones that come here, they do. Most of them. It's not this different. It's not the lower classes that are.
I'm not even getting into all of that though. Like my point though is the reason why they do well is because they come from a patriarchal household. True. The reason why a lot of the Caribbeans don't come from a patriarchal household like that either, by the way. The more, here's the thing, the more successful the men are, the less control the women have. That's the correlation I want to draw. Does anybody disagree with that shit?
No, even black women know that. That's why they're scared for us to get money. Why do you think they don't teach the boys to read? You know what I'm saying? How come black boys read so bad but not the girls? I think that's purpose.
Woo! Yeah.
Well, that's Title 9 though.
That's another video. Let me make sure I write this shit down.
And it's like, because even when you listen to the women, they tell you their submission is tied to income. So they're telling you, if you got money, I'll submit. So it's resources are tied to control.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me jump on this video. Bullshit. Oh, woo!
fucking bullshit.
Say it again. Say it again.
I think we're getting a little.
I'm gonna say this.
Hold on, Charles, real quick. Because I did. Well, I'll let you say something really quick, and then I want to. Because Archer has been waiting, and then we'll free flow it up.
I'll say this real quick. Look, a woman tell you that her submission is dealing is equal to your income is bullshit. Because I've seen.
Oh, we know that ain't true.
Because and I'm gonna tell you what. Because there's plenty of submissive women to a bunch of broke ass niggas. Guess what? You get a very submissive woman who put hundreds of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, for years for a nigga in jail.
Well,
Latins
well, hold up though.
That.
It's like,
well, hold on. Number one, Latins disproved that. Go ahead, Charles.
So it helped black women disprove that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because you got bitches who will buy cars and start businesses for broke niggas. Yeah. Because guess what? There's different types of submission. I can prove that tonight. Guess what? I'm walking through, and I'm not going to say the person's name, but I'm going to interview this person on my channel sooner than later. A well-known radio host just grabbed my arms, my 21-inch arms. I was like, "Ooh, you coming up ahead like this?" I go to the bar, and 4 women just grabbed my arm. But if I would have done the same to them, of course, we know it would have been a Me Too situation. But let me put it to you this way. Them women were willing. Like, all these women gave me their numbers. I've turned down women tonight just going to a rooftop party. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually less. That money shit is, and that's another thing. Yeah, I get why you said bullshit. That money shit is less true than it's ever been. The reality of the situation is women today, and I'm not even going to just say black women, but particularly black women, they're socialized. The money shit comes later. Even since the George said that, the money shit comes later in their mind. They trying to fuck, and they're on some straight carnal shit. So that may have been true more back in the day, but today that's not true.
Okay, listen.
Archer, go.
I'm making a comment on this last topic, and I'm gonna jump to the right thing. Black women submit to a nigga that's on their program. There's different type of black men out there, and black women
lust for.
Well, even hyper lust for, but the type of they would lust for a nigga that's on their program. See, they will fuck a nigga they lust for, but if they find that nigga, like, she wants a drug dealer, she into that street life. If the man's on that drug dealer, street life, game maker type program, she would submit to that because she's gonna do with him things she would do by herself anyway. Black women submit only the things they want to do, which means they never submit to begin with. And going back to no, they don't. Going back to the damn video, which we were that video pissed me off at so many levels. Now, I appreciate Jessica X. I appreciate what she tries to do, but at a certain point, you cannot argue for ADOS black men's points, especially against ADOS women.
That's another thing too. You be having 980. So you got somebody from the UK, and this is not about me hitting Jessica. What this is about is you got a dude, and usually she will have a dude on there a lot of times. So I'm not gonna act like that never happens. But this is really about the dude. Yeah, but he's I guess he's out at sea or some shit. But because fantastic, yeah, and she's got a good relationship with him from YouTube standpoint. So he would have been a good antagonist to this too. Because you got, when I hear like some of these women are not ADOS, but think about that. You got women that are not ADOS, and now you probably have solved the conundrum of who the fuck is actually where her audience is coming from. Now that I think about it, she probably got a lot of bedwench, non-ADOS black women that they know they'll get. Shout out to Jay Hall with the $5 super chat. Eddie, you're on fire. I appreciate that. That they know they men will slap the shit out them, so they come to America.
Edward, I keep on telling you guys that.
You ain't told me that. I ain't seen that.
Yes, I have.
All right, calm down. Hold on, calm down. But chill out. I'm gonna let Archer go. Then what's going to go? Then we'll let you make your case.
I have at least 3 points I want to make about that video right there.
Okay, that's the row.
Okay, I have at least 3 points I want to make about that video. The first, and I'm gonna get to them quick, so everybody else can get in here. First of all, when Jessica X made the point about 80% of divorces be initiated by women, and the women want to key in on the divorce part, as far as marriage and want to be as disingenuous as possible, act like that same dynamic does not play out when it comes to people who are not married and having children. You can ask any baby mother. You come across any baby mother and ask her, why did you leave your baby father? She will not tell you that he left her. We all know girls break up with boys more than boys break up with girls.
Or they always say abuse. They always like to make it seem like somebody
Bro, black women will break up with a man they had a kid with as quickly as they will break up with a regular boyfriend.
Archer,
they don't view you any differently.
You dealt with non-ADOS women. Tell them why they left or y'all didn't work out.
The non-ADOS women?
Well, ADOS, non-ADOS, what happened? Because you said it before.
Well, the non-ADOS women, the most I deal with, we weren't culturally compatible. I was still learning their culture. I dealt with non-ADOS women from every different culture. Somalia, South Africa. The ones you ended up having a kid with. The one I ended up having a kid with, she was Nigerian and she got Americanized. And I was young and I didn't understand what the hell was going on. I didn't understand. She became a stripper and that got
bad. Exactly. She wanted to be a hot girl.
Right. Yeah. So that was some extra shit.
And Archer wanted to get married.
Yeah,
but Archer ain't shit, yo. Archer's the Sperminator Negro. See, this is the bullshit that doesn't get taught. Shout out to NBA fan for the $20 super chat. Go ahead, Archer.
But I mean, at the end of the day, she said these women came up to Jessica's panel and they talked about black men building, black men abandoning families, black men, like they were rehashing every negative stereotype about black men.
Well, that's where they get it from Cynthia G. That's what she says over and over.
Cynthia G gets it from white people. You look at any negative stereotype about black people, nobody puts these stereotypes out anymore. These negative stereotypes about black men are not kept alive by white people no more. Yeah. You don't see white supremacists on TV repeating and keeping these stereotypes alive. You see black women doing it.
Yeah, Archer.
Stereotypes that have nothing to do with 2021. Stereotypes that date back to the 1980s. No black men with children. Black men today with children under the age of 18 are great fathers. I don't give a F what you say. They're the best freaking fathers. This is the generation of black men that fight the hardest for their kids. And then you have that woman that they're saying if a black man should put $50,000 into the child support system. The child support system just to see his kid. And you're trying to tell me if you make your baby daddy have to fight the child support system to see his kid, you are a deadbeat mother.
Shout out, Love Dorsey said that, and she said she said you're the scum of the earth, and they need to hear that. That's what they really need to hear. And the thing is,
she said it like it was nothing, like it was a rite of passage to be a father. You should just do it. We should have put you through that, and it don't matter because you
tried to say it like it's a fucking dowry or something. And a lot of that does have something to do with they're not really fully in culture. And I'm not letting them off the hook. I just thought of something. Anytime somebody refers to Cynthia G's channel, they need to refer that to Ku Klux Klan television. Like that, because I need to
tell Erica that.
I need to
herself.
I think she's an agent. To be honest,
who?
Cynthia G. Remember when she got rated?
Number one. I'm gonna say something about Cynthia G. I don't usually brag on here, but I'm that motherfucker. Okay, I'm the only motherfucker that disassembled and dissected Cynthia G with one question. Do you know what that question was, fellas?
I forgot. With the class.
Do you want to know what that? Because she came to BGS's hangout. I wish BGS
like the one time she did, and never again.
Man, I remember
that. And guess what? That's when people really fuck with your boy. Give me a goddamn woo on the panel in chat if you want to know that one question that I asked her. Whoa! Okay. He's like,
I'm definitely about to share your link though, Charles. I'm sharing your link right now, though.
Please do, because I'm only like 100 from 2000, my damn self. Because
I'll give you some tangibles.
The same time when Kevin started getting the traction was the same time I started my show. So I'm happy for Kevin. I don't hate. Hell, Kevin shouted me out. I love it. That's called Black Men Networking. Number one, I'm going to tell everybody.
To Charles, that's the link I'm sharing right now, y'all.
I'm going to tell you that one question that sent her running like goddamn like the Road Runner. I said, "How you doing, love? My name is Officer Charles Faulkner Jr. How you doing tonight?" And she was like, "I'm fine, you know." And I said, "I have one question for you, love." And she was like, "What's that?" What's the opposite of a beta male coon?
Oh, I remember that.
What did she say?
She didn't say shit.
She didn't say shit. She couldn't say shit. See, this is I'm gonna teach. You know, I know this is your channel, Edward. Do you mind if I hold Summit for a second?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna tell you what it is. You don't go back and forth with a woman at an emotional level because they are the masters of it. Men are the masters of logic. Send it to an illogical question that she has to answer. If she answers it, she just threw everything out that she worked towards. If she doesn't answer it, you already know she's full of shit.
You kept answering that question. She jumped off the panel. You answered that question like 5 times too. She didn't answer none of the times.
And you know, it's true because
it was like, yo, it made people be like, it made people realize, one, Officer Faulkner is that nigga, and Cynthia is full of shit. I fear no woman and I fear no man. Last time I checked, we all bleed. We all got an expiration date. So why should I fear? Number one, when she was going around and they were putting hit lists on fucking content creators, I said, you know what? Fuck it. All I need is one time to talk to her. One. You know why? This is the reason why women submit. Women submit to rare men. Okay? I don't give a fuck if she's black, if she's blue, or if her name is Jennifer Walters and that bitch turns green. If you're a comic book fan, you get the reference.
She-Hulk.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
For those that don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense because she said there's no such thing as high value black men.
Oh yeah, because you poured out Charles.
She had a baby.
Yeah, you're like Charles. Be there.
You think she's gonna make a baby by a guy who can make anywhere from $85,000 to $110,000 while he's on injury leave? No. As a police officer, no. You think she's gonna get a doctor or a PhD? Shout out to Dr. Dunbar. And shout out to anybody at the DMV tomorrow, because we're going to be in the cigar lounge. If anybody want to come, show up and come meet your boy. So I'm going to say this, Fire and Smoke Cigar Lounge on Lock Raven in Baltimore County, by the way. Shout out to a black-owned business. See, the problem is this. We got to stop saying women only submit to income. No, they do not. They will submit to a guy beating their ass. They will submit to a guy who has income. They will submit to a guy who they lust after. Have you ever noticed you get the most pussy when the women you don't pay attention? As soon as you fall head over heels, the bitch acts stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta get. Not even sometimes. You always got to treat women like a cat. You put the string slightly out of their reach to keep dangling for it. You don't tell a woman all your shit. Why do they like tall, dark, and mysterious? A woman likes a guy who's multifaceted. You can't figure me out. Most people look at me, they think I'm some dumb jock. Yesterday on BGS's channel, I just told niggas how to get in shape and how to improve their testosterone levels. You wouldn't think I was that smart, but we had a sister who's in a department now who graduated with a degree in kinesiology. For those in layman's terms, exercise science. And she's picking my brain even though she has a degree in it. So, what does that tell you from the get-go? It tells you from the get-go, men have to be smarter offline.
Yeah, you're borging a little bit.
Okay?
Yo,
Never ever give up. Never give up. Never give up land. Never give up. You hear me? Never give up land.
Yeah.
Eat clean.
Go ahead.
No, absolutely. And Arenz, I want you to jump in here. So you're saying you've been saying this. So
Yeah,
what have you been saying?
I've been telling from Rogers panel, even to BGS and you, I've been telling you, with these African girls, most of them are on some two-faced shit. Most of them will use their culture that they as a smokescreen to get into certain areas to talk shit about y'all, but they won't say this shit to African men though. I've been telling y'all this. So it's no surprise. Right? It's no, of course I know why. Because so the reason why is because the things that there's so it's two reasons, right? One is that for a lot of women, the way ADOS women behave is a symbol of freedom, as crazy as it is.
Yeah.
So even to African women, they see the ability to do anything they want to do in the ADOS women as freedom. So when they get around the culture, they immediately start adopting it if they don't have dads at home, or if the dad isn't ineffective. So a lot of those African girls on Jessica's panel are those African chicks. They won't, I guarantee you, they won't say that shit about African men. They won't say it about me. They wouldn't. It'd be closed mouths around me because they know.
Well, that okay. So that's something we already know because for the most part, black men ain't black. It ain't like black. Here's the difference. Black men ain't subsidizing non-ADOS women like that, but black men are subsidizing ADOS black women. So hold on. So the thing about, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. The thing about non-ADOS black women is there's like an international zaddy market, and when I say zaddy market, I mean like them lusting, like you. And it ain't just white men. A lot of these Arab men. It's like they do it on an international level. So you have some of these international YouTube channels, and they ain't just Africans, just Caribbeans as well, in which they can pull bigger numbers because they're pulling it from literally multiple countries. Which how the United States is. We're more insular, so we don't necessarily see that like that.
I'm gonna ask you this question, Edward, because you've been having a channel way longer than me. Is it funny how Danica Marie can get more channels and more subscribers than you?
Not really.
I mean, women are on social media more. She really built a lot of her shit on Facebook. But you're right. But another thing too is Danica has that look. Like a lot of these women are plugged into that network a little bit. Because when I said they're more on social media, you're also talking about these non-ADOS women that a lot of these hate channels can pull. Well, Danica Marie isn't a hate channel, but a lot of these women these channels can pull from. Because you got women like what Arenz said, a lot they see them as where you want to get to. And the problem is that those women are never going to be subsidized to the same level. That's why they're out there. Shout out to O'Shea, because O'Shea was calling that out, talking about you got women like a lot of these African women that'll have like these channels, these couples channels with a white man. They don't like to show their white man, which is something we as ADOS people we didn't even think about. They don't like showing their white man because when they do, the women steal them, the audience.
Yep.
And that's how and O'Shea has done whole series about this. This has happened like multiple times.
Yeah. It's odd, right? Because most of these women come from, majority black continent. But if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like the self-hate that ADOS women have isn't even a fraction to what African women have. Yeah. Like African, the self-hatred is off the charts.
Yeah, because they have a proximity problem. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Right? They're trying to get the best possible fucking deal, like any other one on earth. See, they were sold a game, the false game that white men are doing.
I got you, Clutch.
And see, here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. When you get a chick who's color struck, as they say it down south.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And that's all it really is. They're color struck. Oh, yep. I think I could get these chicks, and I think I could get that. I think I could do this, and I think I could do that. And then guess what happens? At the end of the day, here's what happens. They get fucking. They're just ran throughs. A ran through by any other name and culture is still a ran through.
Yep.
See, anytime you get a woman who's confident in herself and her people, you don't go through that shit. I never had to go through that shit. I wish I would get a chick to say, I wouldn't date. I'm not gonna date you or fuck you because you're dark skinned. And
Charles,
those are the chicks that are giving me the same dick, the same pussy, the fucking same night.
Charles, you know what's funny about what you just said though, is that internationally, right, black women are seen as easy lays because of African women.
Yeah, they're the prostitutes of the world.
They're seen like that because you got to look at look at social economic shit, because everything's economic when you boil down to it. If those people were actually making money, do you think them women would actually be easy to get? No. Do you know, like you, and I'm glad somebody said that the Nigerians that come over here are the ones of the upper class, which is true, because nobody comes to America poor.
Nope.
Even these little Mexican motherfuckers,
nope.
They're giving fucking stimulus and shit to come over here. They're sponsored over here. Nobody comes to this fucking country poor. When you look at a Jessica X, which I'm still kind of a little bit upset because, you know, motherfuckers will donate to Jessica X $250, $25, but you got Edward, you got BGS, you got Dr. Tiason, Dr. GG, and you got literal.
To remember who you're dealing with. A lot of these niggas
and we're dealing with the simp population, but motherfuckers are stealing. A lot of motherfuckers are stealing our talking points from 7 years ago. And they're making money because they're selling hope. They're selling dreams. Like fuck all that. You got a bunch of these motherfuckers who are given some fucking false doctrine. Like a motherfucker, but go ahead.
Well, I just wanted the thing. Yeah, I get that, and I wanted to get specific because the thing I wanted to say is, look, from what I'm observing, I'm like, if y'all gonna have a conversation. Shout out to Charles Archer. There's people that can have a conversation without wilding out on these women, but really break them down, kind of like Count Dooku style. But these women are not gonna have a safe space where they can just lie and just repeat bullshit coming from just absolute. That's not gonna happen because even the breakdown don't be doing that shit. Like, no. Dudes are able to come up there.
Did you see the shit that Paco say recently?
Again, and dudes were able to talk to Paco. You know, dude, maybe not on that one show.
That shit was ridiculous.
That's another thing too. When this dumb shit comes from men, it's a little bit different. Because the level of disingenuous, just like when people are calling Kevin disagreeing, how retarded that sound. So it's a little bit different, you know, but still, for the most part, they have panels, and the panels are never really exclusively just women, you know? And so that's what I'm kind of speaking to. Now, if we talk about like one-offs and shit, that's different. And then they don't get super chats like that. And another thing, but my point is not so it needs to be a dude because they were super chatting. I'm literally looking at dudes asking women questions. They are pleading their case to women that hate them. And then some of them women are not even ADOS. So you got women, it's like me just going around Nigerians talking shit about Nigeria. Like, how retarded is it? Like black people don't even think about shit like that.
Well, Jessica's not ADOS. Jessica's not ADOS.
I know she's not ADOS, but my point, and this is one reason why I even bring that up, because it's like black people are pretty indifferent to other groups unless it's something that we're being directly fucked with. And people want to superimpose they bullshit. Look, at the end of the day, we didn't make the choice to come to this motherfucker. So we don't, and so, hey, you know, it is what it is. Hell, we were bred. So we didn't even come here. A lot of us were bred in this bitch. So go Morpheus, and I'm gonna bring in Xanatos because Xanatos has been waiting.
I'll be real quick about it because I've actually went to these divester channels before. They got some deep hate. Okay, I seen them have pictures of people hung, of black men hung, and a lot of them are African. This is what they're doing. This is why every time you see one of them get beat up by a white supremacist, they're purposely going after white supremacists, coming in here, infiltrating with ADOS people on purpose. That's why they keep coming here. They're trying to impress their white supremacist boyfriend. They purposely go after these dudes that are Nazis. They do it on purpose.
Well, the thing about it is, and a lot of black people are not really aware of the international market like that. Like, and then when I say that, I mean like these conversations put on an international level. And this is not me trying to blanket everybody, but y'all don't know how deep this shit goes. Like, I remember the Caribbean chick they called in to Kevin, and shout out to her. She gave me $75 super cash app. And she gave me that link she wanted me to comment on, and then I looked at the actual channel.
Yeah, it was a gay Arab dude that's spreading black gossip.
And well, he wasn't even talking against black people. He was creating content that was more like kind of O'Shea style content.
Yeah,
and then because of who he is, these women are just less. I'm like, this is the level of desperation some of these people
like
have.
I'm telling, like ADOS women, right? But like as far as lusting, it's African women first, then Caribbean women, then ADOS.
So it's kind of a misery loves company kind of thing. Yeah, but go ahead, Clutch.
Man, this is why I constantly say, look, you guys, and I'm not saying everyone, especially not the pros up here, but some of you other guys who talk about, oh, did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? I swear to God, you guys have a little. Yeah, you're laughing now, but I mean, look. If you have options to exercise outside the community,
I be getting them emails, man. I be like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, outside,
I don't have that patience.
No, you must have that patience because this is what I hear every other single night from individuals, not you in particular, but just in general. You give more attention to these women than should be warranted because that's the thing. I mean, look, if this doesn't get whoever out of the community or whatever, I don't know.
Attention is currency.
Well, attention is currency, and these guys don't realize that. They're still whining and complaining about these same individuals. And I'm looking at all of you while I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, why do you give them time a day?
Because you know why.
It's been years. It's been years. You've been trying the same damn playbook. And it has,
you know why. Though.
Hold on, Arrange. Time out. Because I've been saying the same thing Clutch is saying. Like, so that's the main part of the commentary that I'm even having when I bring it up. It's like this is why I try to give y'all solutions. Like, hold on, I'm gonna let you finish. But Mimi's got my laugh at LOL. My spirit won't let me swirl. You know, kudos. But here's my thing. Black men need to start telling black women you need to date out. Like fuck like David Carroll even does this. He's like, none of these people got, even Carrington now ain't got a white dude, or at least ain't married. But y'all need to start telling these, stop giving them attention and start saying, look, y'all need to go. Look, black men ain't shit. We ain't never gonna be shit. Cool. Go get you a white man. What's the problem?
Can I say something to that real quick?
Because that'll shut that. But hold on, Charles. But to Clutch's credit, they never say that. Like dudes, because this is where Xanatos is jumping on. He can correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of y'all argue with the hope you're gonna change their mind. Let me tell you something. You're fucking stupid. Okay? And some of y'all been in this bitch for years doing that shit.
You know why?
Like, I need you to understand that. You are fucking retarded. No, it ain't even just the hotel. Oh, I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. But yeah, and it's like a mental programming in you. So let Clutch finish his point, and I got you, Charles.
I got that G virus.
Yeah, just no. It's no virus. The only virus is these guys who are giving these chicks attention. Because let's be honest, any other group of women who would act like this, at best, they would be silenced by just outright. See, and that's that mentality I keep talking about. You keep putting excuses on why you do this, why you do that. If you had your choice, forget dating outside the race, that's my specialty. If you had your choice of African, Caribbean, non-ADOS BWs, or just BWs who cooperated, would you really give these uncooperative ADOS daggles and non-ADOS bed, which is the time of day? Would you really do that if you had your pick of the litter?
I don't think it's that. I think it's more so that like a lot of these dudes have trauma bonds.
Well, trauma bonds, but trauma bonds. Where does that trauma bond come from? And look, we all
for example, like
they look at these, they look at this shit through the eyes of their fucking mama.
Yeah,
that's a big part of it. I know you was gonna bring up Obsidian, but you know what? Obsidian's an Xer, so I'm gonna give him a pass.
Even O'Shea does it.
What the fuck is he? Oh, he's damn near and he's like right in the bleeding edge. But my point is, what are you millennials' excuses? 35 and unders, because that's who the main ones y'all doing. Y'all over here, because here's the thing, y'all don't even listen. It's a difference between listening to Red Supreme talk about these motherfuckers, because at least you giving the watch time to Red Supreme, versus y'all actually go to the fucking source. Y'all, did you hear what she said? Where did you hear that from? Oh, I was on her channel. Nigga, why? Oh, I'm doing opposition research. Nigga, for what channel? You ain't got a channel. Well, so I can let other niggas know. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Edward, you know what I think it is? You know what I think it is, Edward? I think deep down, a lot of black men have like a masochistic streak when it comes to black women talking shit to them.
They got a BDSM problem, and
I think that's not what it is.
Dominated.
Well, I think like they
like ghetto gagger for black women.
Yeah, like they like the humiliation. I don't, because it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, that's a part. That's that self-hate shit, and a lot of them don't even understand that. So anyway, like my point though, I really want to drive this home though. Like, black men are not sexually threatened by black women dating fucking white men, because y'all been doing that since we've been here. And the reality is, like, a lot of these chicks be jumping back and forth, just like Carrie Hilson was talking about. God send me a white. I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody stopping you from dating a white dude. I don't know.
I've been on their channels. Can I tell you why I go on there?
I don't.
I want to hear it. Let's see. He'll say the one thing nobody else says. Go ahead. Let's see. You in court now.
To be honest, it's hilarious. It's hilarious to see their mental breakdown. Because hold on. Let me tell you one. I went to one of them, and she was cussing them out. You're still fucking black guys. You're making white guys mad.
Who is one of them? Which channel are we talking about?
Oh, that one chick. It's a purple. What's her name?
You listen to so many you don't even know.
No, it's only that one. Because she's hilarious.
What's her name to us? We don't know her name.
Okay, so question. So Morpheus, what do they say when they say they're still fucking black guys? What do they respond with?
She's one of the biggest ones. She got mad.
What is the response when? Or is she just ranting and saying that, or is she saying that to a person?
Like she was ranting. She made a video with me ranting about it.
Okay, so my thing, it's like that's not why most people are listening to it. And I mean, real talk. I can't even stand the sound of some of these motherfuckers' voices. They all have, this Karazin, Cynthia G, Chrissy, and they all have the same fucking I hate nigger voice.
Well, but you know what's funny, Ed? You know what's funny, Ed, though, right?
Black man, hate black man.
I can't listen to it too long, but you're right. They got an annoying voice. This one, she has a ghetto voice.
You know what's funny though about it though is like these women are getting so angry that they're at the point of like calling other chicks nigger lovers. It's crazy.
Yeah, they did. I heard her say that.
I said
with the whole Carrie Hilson
nigger lover. That's the nice way of saying it.
With the whole Carrie Hilson thing, it came out on full effect. Like it's really like some nigger lovers. Like, why do you love these niggas? Like it's really some nigger lover like anger. Like it's wild.
Anytime a chick,
because Charles told him no.
Anytime. Okay, Smargo, if you want me to prove that I can bench press 500 pounds, go through my videos and you'll see me in full uniform lifting 315 for about 15 reps and floor for about 7.
Smargo the type of dude that you tell him you were in the military, he gonna want to fight you just to test it out. He wanted them pookies. He said
don't do that now. But see, this is the crazy part. Anytime you got Carrie Hilson's almost as old as me at 38. Okay, anytime you have her level of success, her level of beauty, and her level of talent, trying to get a man.
Hold on, Charles. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna ask a quick question, and once Charles is done, I'm gonna do clutch. It's gonna be a quick question. Everybody on the panel, we're gonna start with Morpheus. Yes or no? You got 3 seconds. Do not take long. Who looks better, Beyonce or Carrie Hilson? Go.
I kind of like Carrie.
Let me go.
Charles, who looks better, Beyonce or Carrie?
Okay.
Archer, who looks better, Beyonce?
They
or Carrie?
both too fucking old anyway. They both
answer the damn question. That's not the see. Hold on, Archer. This is Saw. This is nigga Saw, and you will be the one nigga to die because you want to be stupid.
They both too old anyway.
When they were in their prime, Carrie Hilson had the body type I like. Yeah.
Clutch, who looks better? Don't say what Archer say, because you'll do that the same time.
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
See, I say Carrie Hilson. My point is, most of us say Carrie Hilson today and probably in their prime looks better than Beyonce. So Kevin needs to start talking about the Carrie Hilson test.
Beyonce is not that cute.
She's not cute.
But my point is, she
is cute, but like she
has male problems, but it's fine if she looks. Go ahead, Charles.
Let me put it to you this way. It goes back into what I've said before on my channel. She's not trained. She's not trained to be a wife. She's the fun girl.
She has that bad OS system.
She's the girl that looks nice on your arm, and all the girls and all the guys like, damn, how'd you get her? She's the trophy girl. She's not there to be a wife. She is the trophy girl. Trophy girls.
Hold on. Let's all finish this point.
Trophy girls look nice, and they're sugar and spice and everything nice on the outside. Guess what? But when you get them home,
pain in the ass.
Guess what? How many dudes have proven that Halle Berry, as beautiful as she was in her prime, niggas got rid of her?
Yeah. Can you please start cycling these bitches out?
So when you actually, hell, you might have to hold on to a Carrie Hilson, because look at what the generations now bringing out. You got fucking Lizzo. Lizzo is representing you black chicks now. Really? Let me give you some context. Lizzo's 5'10", 308 pounds. She weighs as much as a prime Hulk Hogan in the 80s. Okay.
Charles, it's so bad that black women are shaming Amara La Negra because she broke the law by losing 35 pounds.
Yeah.
Amara Allegra's hair looks better than most bitches' bodies. Okay.
Charles, first of all, Lizzo is shaped like the Undertaker. Get it correct.
No.
All right, let's let Lizzo is busted.
I will not let you talk about Mark Calloway like that. Mark Calloway is actually in pretty damn good shape. Lizzo's shaped like Yokozuna, but Yokozuna was actually athletic. But here's the problem.
True.
This is what you call, like, I'm gonna come out with T-shirts, you know, the multifaceted man and other shit. You know, I drink my liquor, I smoke my cigar, and I hang with my niggas. And then I'm gonna also have this one T-shirt that's gonna get a bunch of black men in their pants. Guess what? Number one, yeah, she is built like Paul Bearer, but Paul Bearer was in better shape. But I'm gonna say this also: big bitches are for broke niggas. Should I say it again for the niggas in the back? Big bitches are for broke niggas.
All right. So Clutch still had a point, and then we'll free flow it.
Shit, we diverted so far. No, completely agree with the big bit. And that's the other thing. A lot of these guys with their Shaniqua syndrome, their mama syndrome.
Shaniqua syndrome.
I'll make a video about that. You don't believe it?
Man, you gotta remember, we got a whole new audience in this bitch. They don't know about you, Clutch.
Oh man, dude, if they only
that's a good one.
Hey, look, it's okay.
I might steal that shit.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Okay, cool. Don't worry about it. But look, a lot of these guys out here, they need to get over the big mama syndrome, because a lot of these guys are chasing chicks who look just like Lizzo, but he failed to do that. And by failing, they're even more busted, believe it or not. So I don't get what's this obsession of making that big. Why? Why do guys do that? Why?
Yo, bro.
That's all they can get.
Bro, Beyonce's 39. When are we gonna cycle this bitch out?
You can.
Yo, hey, yo, time out. Yeah, because well, hold on. The thing is, a lot of these women, they want to hold on to shit. Not even Beyonce, like the mentality in black women, because Latin women, they be cycling these chicks out. J Lo's like in the background. Anyway,
Lori Harvey, you got
time out. Archer, look, she don't do shit. Look at this. Look at this picture. Who? this was a joke. It was like, be honest. Did you even know this is Beyonce?
No, I saw the one in the blue first.
Yeah, no.
She had an angle.
So, and it's that's crazy because, no, well, but the point is the fact that she's in the middle of this picture, but you notice who's on the left and who's on the right. That says a lot. And I'm not hating on Beyonce because Beyonce, she don't be hating on dudes like that. She be living, whatever. But the thing about it is, notice how when Kevin said Beyonce. A lot of these motherfuckers, Beyonce's a 10, so nobody looks
I mean, Edward, didn't you peg it that the reason why like Beyonce is so praised is because she's light skinned over Kelly, but by black women?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you see that reflected if you don't believe me, you see that reflected in Cardi B. You see that reflected. Yeah, that's what they do.
So I mean, like it's funny when you look at it, like because I think Kevin's Kevin making Beyonce an 8. Was brilliant because now it made black women like pause. Because other than that, like these women worship that chick as a deity. So saying she's an 8, it put everything on pause for them.
No, they don't because what they do with that is they tie it to his preference. I've heard too many Kevin response videos where Kevin says Beyonce's an 8 and old girls a 9. They be like, well, every man's entitled to his preference. Well, his preference clearly isn't the colorism preference you have because you all think Beyonce's a freaking 10.
Well, just like height is important to every woman. There are degrees to the intensity of the importance, but we be a fool to try to act like height is not a universal beauty marker. There are just like weight is a universal. Say even black men that prefer women with ass and titties still want the hourglass shape. They do not want the stomach. So let's
There's a reason why Kelly Rowland looks better than Beyonce.
Her face is just so symmetrical, though.
She's damn near what a perfect face woman would look like.
Yeah, like her face is just.
And Kelly, remember, Kelly Rowland had short hair too, so it wasn't like Kelly Rowland.
If anything, I'm gonna talk to that. Short hair actually shows.
Nia Long.
Short hair actually shows the true beauty of a face. Okay, short hair. You could only get away with the short hair if that woman is immaculately beautiful. Okay, so you got like these women. Beyonce did not do too well with short hair. Okay, she does not do well with short hair.
Her head is too box shaped.
And when you get a lot of these dudes out there, this is the reason why I made the reference. Another T-shirt. Black men are the garbage men of the dating world. Black men are so desperate for pussy, they would say, well, that bitch, she could be ugly as long as she got a fat ass, though. And you wonder why we don't get respected.
Yeah, I'll put a paper bag over. It all looks the same at night.
Like you get a 250-pound chick weighing as much as a prime Ray Lewis, and niggas will fuck.
Carrie Hilson looks good with short hair too.
Oh, probably.
I mean Kelly Rowland just looks like she'd be funner to have sex with. It's just that simple. Like she's just more fun.
Well, I'm not even I just want to make the point that like they talk about this shit like colorism and shit, but when you got a dude that's like blew up like he did and he says that, you notice how black men get no credit for shit because all of it's bullshit. Yeah. So let's kind of take it off of this because I don't want to make this talk about what these dumb bitches are about. Kevin's within 2,000 to get to 1 million, so shout out to him.
Kevin's going live today, isn't he?
He's live right now. He's live right now.
Is he still doing disagreements? Because I'm gonna call in the show. I actually have a disagreement for him. I want to run it past you guys.
We ain't gonna get you trying to shadow box with us. No, dudes are not calling in. He talk about what are modern women getting wrong. Well, let me see what the fuck is going on. Hold on. because we're gonna talk about that with Kevin and his the men's thing. My personal opinion on the men's thing is once he did what he did on Instagram and he asked kind of an open-ended question to start a dialogue, that's when it worked. But when you're asking dudes about disagreements, if your logic is pretty sound, it's good. It is. It's not because women can agree but emotionally disagree, and they can wear that a lot better than men. When men do that, that does not look good, and that's what y'all saw.
I mean, that's only because we don't take women seriously socially. Like we already assume they're incompetent, so it doesn't matter if they think they're fulfilling or not.
So what do y'all think? What was y'all? I say this. What was y'all favorite dude? My favorite dude was the dude that called in the last time on the first night. That dude. I'm gonna start calling him Bobby Valentino, man.
I mean, I didn't watch it, so
okay.
I just heard stories about how bad it went because I was there for the first one. The first one was horrible because
so I'm talking about the last one of the first one where the dude was like, "Yeah, man, you just gotta say it till it sounds good," and I was like, "Yo, this is like if light skin stereotypes was a person."
Because in the first one, it was the first guy that came up the first time. He was like, a real man is defined by his pussy. The pussy he gets. Okay, X that one out. The second one was a guy who didn't like the term high value.
Oh no! I got one we gonna talk about. The black women are my enemy.
Hey, yo, did y'all see the one that he's actually doing one right now where the guy saying you can't, when a woman's hitting you, you can't do nothing to her. And Kevin's like, well, you can call the police. You got too much ego to call the police.
Yeah, and Glendon said the same shit.
See, I hate that. You know how many times I've been to calls and men will be like, well, she stabbed me, she hit me with a car, she hit me with a hammer, she shot at me. And then I'm like, you didn't call the police on her. Well, I didn't think it was that serious. Nigga, you're bleeding half the blood your body can contain on the floor, and you didn't think it was that serious then.
I mean,
but you pushed the bitch, and she's gonna call the police. I said you gotta be the dumbest niggas.
And a lot of dudes think that way. A lot of dudes think that way. A lot of black men think that way.
Ed, it's that socialization, though. It's not even just black men. It's Western men. Yo.
I remember when a bitch tried to do something to me.
Yeah, but see that's
and I said, yo, I'm gonna call the police. I know that if I hit you, I'm gonna blow the back of your brains out your head with this right hand. I can box and I can wrestle. Better yet, I'm gonna let you feel how it feels to be a black man in America. I showed him the evidence that I reported when she threw a rock against my windshield several times. Not only did she get arrested and spend a week in jail, she paid me restitution to get it fixed.
I completely agree with you on that, but I'm just saying that you're trying. The thing about it, right, is that the part of men not hitting women also goes into why when young boys get sexually abused, no one cares. It's part of that deep socialization that men can't.
Yeah, so I understand that, but
it's hard to append that.
Yes, I understand that, but yeah, dude, I get all the whys. I get the whys. At the end of the day, you're still making a fucking choice because you can also make a choice to not deal with bitches that once a chick chose any. Hold on, Earrings. I'm gonna say this. I'll give you that, but guess what? Knowing that you can still make the choice to do either what Mike Rashid did, which is run to the bathroom, or you can choose to, if a woman, or do what Mike Rashid also did, like on Fresh and leave. If a woman shows any propensity of doing that, like if a white woman showed that she's willing to call the cops on you, dudes are not staying because they know they could die from some shit like that.
I understand.
The black men need to start doing that with women. If you don't want to deal with it, you remove yourself from it. If you don't, you're making a choice.
And I'll say to that is, go ahead, Charles.
I'm gonna say this. If you Negroes don't start calling the police on these bitches and realize that DV works two ways, I don't have nothing else to say to you. Don't call me. Don't hit me up on my show. Don't be like, oh, well, it's the fault. I got this chick, and she won't. No. She hits you. She does this. Guess what? it is better to play the bitch with the police than to play the bitch with the court system. Because if you get domestic violence, a lot of you niggas don't understand what that shit. Domestic violence may be a misdemeanor on your record, but look what it does. You can't get a city job, can't get a government job, can't be police because you can't get a firearm, can't join the military. Hell, you can't even go to certain colleges.
Yeah, so and it's just like when we tell these women it's just like when women they talk about black men, but it's like, so why you still date them? And then they get quiet. At the end of the fucking day, like, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about the socialization. Either y'all got low IQ or what? Because that's all you telling me. You telling me
no,
you don't have enough.
And I can understand.
I hear what you're saying, but what I'm telling you, because I know what dudes do. Dudes will use the why to justify the action.
No, and I'm agreeing with you, because the only reason why I say that is because at this point, it's like with religion. You can't talk out a Christian for being a Christian. It's that.
But I'm not making this conversation to talk to one-on-one people. When we make the conversation,
I mean, I'm saying generally.
I hear you, but when we talk, remember, I got 179 people listening, and generally, when I talk, somebody is going to pick up the video, whether it's now or somewhere down the line. So if it's a one-on-one situation, I always default to do what you want to do, because you're going to be accountable to your own actions, irregardless. Like, even if you want to say, well, I still like black women, well, you need to start filtering out these women that have a propensity of doing this. Meaning, as soon as they show some, like, check out the Saweetie and Quavo thing. Like, when Quavo was like swinging on Saweetie like that, that's not the first time she did that. She was real, man. That bitch, like, remember, that bitch is not a big female. She ain't got no ass, no titties until she got that surgery. Like, and she wasn't raised to be like that. So that she didn't just go from zero to doing that. She had to feel like he was one of these niggas to think that shit's funny. She light skinned, she can't do shit, even though she damn near tried to pull a whole like negative shit on people. And so at the end of the day, if you're gonna be stupid, you're gonna be stupid. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, so I just say, look, do what you want. And then when we identify in this space that that's the situation, we usually dismiss what people have to say, because usually in how people talk, they kind of give away if that situation was like that in how they talk, because dudes will say dumb shit like, yeah, man, she crazy, but that pussy's right. Okay, so everything she does after that is your fault, because you know that.
I agree. Yeah. I'm just giving the context to it. Like,
I get it, but we all know why these niggas. We all know the ego. At the end of the day, though, these niggas are not dumb. This is 2021. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're choosing. Like, we gotta stop. People choose to do shit, and then they like to act like they didn't know. That's why I don't even like when black people talk about education, because it's like there is nothing you really can't learn if you don't want to learn it now. Like, it's just like for real. And then motherfuckers will get so mad when people pull the IQ shit on people. It's like, well, shit. You know, what is it? Because, like, just like with black women, if y'all think black men are so bad, why are you even fucking them? At what point is your biological chemistry just turned off to black men? Well, I'm like, that just says funny? That's what I ask them.
I actually asked a girl that, and the response she gave was knee jerk. She said, oh, okay, so y'all want us to read y'all out then. That was her response immediately when I said that, when I asked her that question.
What I would, and my answer would be with that, I would say, if that's the price of you shutting the fuck up, yes.
No, that's what I was like, go for it. Because the moment I said, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, because like we were talking about it, and like she was like, you know, she said that the argument that black women just pick bad men doesn't make sense. How about, you know, if it's that there's so many bad men out here, right? I was okay, fair enough. And if you know that those men are bad, why even still sleep with them? And then her, like, without it, almost like it was like an involuntary response. She then said, "Okay, well, so are you saying that we should just breed you black men out?"
Yes.
And I was like, well, if all the niggas ain't shit and you know better, go for it.
And the fact of the matter is, this is knowing that there's Africans, knowing there's Caribbean.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she did that as a mechanism to not take accountability.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you want the niggas you like to do what the fuck you want them to do. Bitch, you ain't that bitch, and you can't accept that you ain't that bitch, and that's really what your problem is. That's why I'm telling you to go date out.
Let's talk brass tacks, okay? If they could have bred us out, they would have 100 years ago. Nobody picking you.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Well,
I didn't even go that far. I just told her, like, look, like, if we're presupposing that you have the sense to know what a good man is, and all these niggas out here are trash, they need to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
and if that means breeding out, then breed out. Then
exactly.
Like, if you know what a good man is, then you shouldn't be doing
because she's listening to women that's talking that shit. So the reality of the situation is, I'm fucking tired of black men allowing black women to call that bluff. It's time for us to call that bluff. It's time to say, look, because I've told hold on, Charles. I've told black women this. I say, bitch, it don't matter what black men are doing. If you like how they hold on. If you like how a nigga looks, you're going to fuck. I don't care if that dude slaps the shit out you, because that's how fucking stupid you are. We know this. It's just certain dudes that got an ego problem and they don't ever really bring that up. We know you're not going nowhere. That's why y'all get so triggered when we do something versus when y'all do something. Because the reality is, y'all know y'all don't really got the ability to do that from a greater standpoint. You know we the only ones that's going to put up with your bullshit. Africans ain't putting up with your bullshit. Caribbeans ain't going to put, because they are much more likely to put their hands on your ass if y'all really wild out on them. That's why a lot of times when they get these motherfuckers hemmed up with babies, Caribbean motherfuckers are just straight abandon the motherfucker if they don't give a fuck about the bitch. And Africans will usually stay away from the chick because they have proximity to the chick. And usually what you see with black women is black women got to get like a usually 8 or 9 year gap, but meaning they're older than the African dude. So they got to get the young ones in order to try to pull that bullshit when they're like 19 and 21 and shit. Like they're in high school or something. And they got these bullshit mentalities about African-American women. They're only fucked up because black men are fucked up. They look for that. But at the end of the day, we know these women ain't coming. So if they say breed you out, I say, look, bitch, I'm tired of you. Shut the fuck up. We not changing. So if you either go accept us as the fuck we are, or you gonna do what's in your best interest. If that's what it is, that's what it is. But this bullshit about us staying in a relationship and hating each other, that ain't doing shit either. So fuck you bring me out like you trying to make that a commentary on me. Either you need to be a better, either you need to recognize that the niggas you like don't want you like that, and you need to go ahead and get equally yoked with a dude that actually will appreciate you, or then go date out if all niggas ain't shit. But stop playing like you don't have a choice. You choosing to deal with that. And if you want to call it breeding now, then so fucking be it. But understand something. You creating bastard kids that can't read ain't no better. Ain't no better than them motherfuckers being biracial.
Oh, bastards just they can't read.
Go ahead, Charles. My bad. They think that's better. Niggas can't read
I think it's more so that like
I'm going Tales of the Hood on y'all motherfuckers.
I think it's more so that like they know they have most black men like scared. So when they do that breed out shit, they're like, oh, you know, he'll like because when I said it, go for it, right? She actually like said, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, go for it. If you ain't shit and we're all shit, then go where the niggas ain't shit.
I'm not drunk.
Who said that?
Clutch will tell you, I can get like Clutch too. I just prefer not to.
How do you mean get like Clutch?
Like light skin supremacy.
Clutch
was ready to go. He was like, "What?" Like, yeah, sorry, without hesitation, Clutch. So no, this isn't a, Clutch just does it. The difference between you and me, Clutch, is I do it more in a ghetto way, speaking the language they understand. You prefer to do it in a more smug way.
The language they understand.
He has a point. That's the reason why I'm stuck at like 4,000 subs, and I do well. Yeah, that's the reason.
Well, shit, I just got to this motherfucker. So who you talking to?
I barely do videos. You do them every day.
Exactly. So you good.
I mean, the thing with Ed is that Ed doesn't want to make his shit proper. That's why. Like, if Ed broke his rants up into like segment parts that like where he says really good shit,
exactly,
and then added some like some visual flair to it.
That was that dig. Like when Obsidian tried to say, every once in a while, Edward has a lucid thought, and I was like, whatever. Anyway, I'm while y'all saying this, I'm reading SWP. He's hating on light skinned brothers again, writing essays and shit.
SWP just needs to go get his dark skinned Indian chick and leave black women alone, bro.
He's talking about he's like, I'm bringing the DeBarges back. I'm like, nigga, we know some of you niggas fear like the return. I get that.
Isn't he light skinned though?
SWP is dark skinned, man.
He's dark?
He's SWP's like, from what he says, he's like 6'2", physically built. He's just a lame in the head.
Exactly.
SWP scares me because like to be talking about the same shit for 10 years and you're right, but you don't want to like accept it. It's crazy to me. Like him and Obsidian, like they knew they were right.
They're both from Philly. The end.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, I don't say that to be stupid, but Philly is, very heavily chocolate city. So if you're like brown skin, you're light skin there. So I mean, I get kind of where some of their mentality comes from. George Macon's out of Philly, Donovan Sharp's out of Philly, which explains a lot about Donovan Sharp too. Why he so I mean, and I'm not hating on Philly. It's just that's an environment. It's just like how Charles and Clutch are from the DMV area. So
it's sort of Philly and the DMV are like the opposite. Like I don't know what it is about Philly, but the DMV, there's no advantage of being a light skin. I can tell you that damn well. No.
Xanatos is like Tales from the DMV.
I'm like, look, I tell people all the time. I said, look, get in where you fit in, because guess what? Most of these
DMV too.
Yep. Most of these chicks ain't shit. You treat them accordingly.
So it's what's it called from the Code Breakers too. Shout out to him. We should have a remember they used to do like Chicago's Finest when they do like certain good players from a certain team. We should do that one day with the Manosphere, and you start finding out. With the Carolinas, you had to do both North and South Carolina. You get
the DMV's Finest.
Yeah. So yeah, you do, but it's because you'd be surprised because people survive to where people are kind of located, how the proximity a lot of people have. I know Clutch talk about like he's from there, but he's like in Utah right now or somewhere. But shout out to Arizona. Phoenix is growing like a motherfucker. Shout out to Archer in Phoenix. SYSBM heaven. That's what they be calling.
There we go. Hey, shout out to Phoenix. That's a free state, Nick. Everyone's talking about the north-south border, free states. The real free states are the states where you can have enough options so that you don't have to worry about these strags and these these worshipers of WS and all this other kind of stuff. Because let me tell you something, dude. If you were in the free state, or if any of these other guys were in the free state, and you had true options, you wouldn't be worrying about what some online snarky freaking bet winch or failed bet winch has to say.
Bro, I don't think it's options. I just think these guys are masochists. I don't think it's options.
I think it's part options. I also think part of it is a community complex. And again, this is why it's like you got to pay attention to who the fuck is talking, because you're not even having a conversation with African American women at this point. You're having conversation with some of these motherfuckers are not even in your community. And this is why I even bring and I'm sorry, some people do misuse the ADOS thing. And Clutch, I remember Clutch used to always be on my case. Watch these Negroes; they're gonna make it so you got to be half ADOS, full ADOS. You watch, and so he was like the original one talking that shit. And I knew it. They're gonna start doing the Indian shit. They're gonna start bringing.
I mean, shit, Edward. You see it every time I say some shit. I get called African in the comment by somebody.
Oh yeah, they be getting mad, and he be saying some real shit.
every time I say some shit like, the sky is blue, but you aren't ADOS though.
Clutch, if you ever restart, like really get serious about restarting your channel again, I got a new series for you. It's like why blacks can't have nice things. That's great. That would be great for you. It's part triggering, part because Clutch used to have the elite way for all these motherfuckers act like we ain't about nobody's about self improvement in the space, but whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna write that down because that's a little bit too triggering for me. So I'd say why black and not why black people, why you blacks.
Why you black? Make it othering. Like why you blacks can't have nice things?
The pie, you do that, be like the podcast and be like episode 100. That'd be so funny. But the problem is
I would actually make it like you people.
Why you people? Why you people?
Why you people?
And then just use black.
Yeah, if I was gonna pass that to a white dude, that's probably just do you people. It'd be like, well, what do you mean you people? Well, I'm talking about you liberals. What are you talking about?
Just say why can't they have nice things?
Like I'm talking about these liberals. That's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? I can't help who listens to me. You do that. Yeah, you do that, and be like, well, that may not work on YouTube. Experiment with it on TikTok. TikTok is a good experiment hub. See if it takes off, because motherfuckers, you should be seeing some of these responses these people be having to Kevin Samuels, because Kevin Samuels there's a dude, this Kevin Samuels TV that's like got 580,000 subscribers versus Kevin's channel only has 22,000. Kevin knows about it. He's cool with it. I guess he said TikTok's for the young motherfuckers, so I'm gonna let that ride because he's getting benefits from it. But like some of these responses that these people be having, boy, they be losing their mind on TikTok. It be funny as fuck, man. Because they never want to just go 60 seconds. They want to go longer.
Yeah, it'll be in parts and shit I've seen.
No, I don't need no. We already know. Chrissy, look, all these women go to the same path. They start out want to be pro-blacks and they end up turning into zaddy whores.
Don't start that.
And fucking David Carroll called that. He's been calling that. He said they can't get a white man. It's a lust for it. And if they do, they do what Lonnie Love did or something. They get, like, at the end of the day, it's not an issue. There's a reason why white men give a fuck about what we doing more than we give a fuck about what they doing, even though we are a numerical minority compared to them, like, for real. And to be fair, white men, like, black men, the Latinas pretty much fill in what they need. So that really takes a lot of that off. For the most part, because dudes are more likely to really go for Latin. They'll fuck these white bitches, but if you talk about really like being in a relationship, a lot of black men will probably say, I'll probably deal with Latins more than white chicks, because Latins are more likely to be able to cook, put some seasoning on shit. I mean, there's a lot of shit, ass, the body,
Yeah. I mean, if you watch the Hodge twins, both their wives are Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm be like, y'all. And then if you want to get a white Hispanic, you can, if they're on that program. Because remember, we're only 6% of the population, and way the Hispanic population is growing. Because they Catholic, they don't do the abortion shit like that.
Yeah, see, and that's something that, like, I was talking to a friend of mine about, because we were talking about, like, it was about like the whole abortion thing, right? And I was like, you do realize that, like, the black population hasn't moved past 13%, almost like 20, 30 years, right?
It's a combination of black women getting abortions and also the laws being so draconian with child support that a lot of dudes are opting out of doing that because it's a tax, and that's what Jessica and them were trying to say over there. But the reality of the situation is, look, they know they're not that dumb. They just need to believe in certain narratives in order for shit to justify. And again, like, it's like y'all are literally, and this is why it's important to take, like, what I call ADOS accounting. Like, when you start looking at the Shade Room, you start looking at DJ Academics, you really start taking into account, it ain't just a couple of people. It's like, goddamn, everybody, it's like a really large percentage of motherfuckers
you're right about
that have control over our shit. And I'm like, look, and it's not like, okay, they're not, it's not like, okay, well, you know, they not ADOS, but you can kind of throw them in the Jessica X category. They kind of doing the work. So I'll let, there's more people to get to that list before I get to that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, no, like Vlad, like, yeah, Vlad's a problem, but I need to deal with y'all too, at least putting y'all on notice. Not y'all, but I mean like those folks.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Because again, like a lot of.
And we wouldn't have to do that if more of quote unquote people from their countries actually check it. Because what happens is folks be wanting to code up with them knowing they wrong, which is something we don't do.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Because I mean, like with the whole Nicki Minaj thing with with Michael B. Jordan, a lot of these immigrants,
Bitch, you married a rapist. Shut up. That's what I would have said.
A lot of these immigrants like to you know,
sure your husband get registered before you open your mouth, you bitch. Look, if I was Michael B. Jordan, I'd be like, look, man, you know what? I can understand that I changed my name. Though. But how about what her brother did?
But see,
and dare somebody to say some shit.
That's the thing though, like Michael, like anything Michael does, so like black people hating on this dude. Yo.
Yeah, because and you know what, you know why they don't like Michael. You know why they really don't like Michael? Because because Michael was not always a quote unquote high. Well, you know, entertainers are not high value men. Michael, look, I haven't always followed Michael's career, but I first saw Michael B. Jordan on Hardball. Michael was a skinny dude, and then
that's all on The Wire.
So Hardball to The Wire till he did Friday Night Lights, and that's where he built his muscle. Then he did, you know, and Michael B. Jordan said it. He said women weren't checking for me like that, and he said black women weren't checking for me either. They weren't checking for me, and he didn't say it like mad. He
wasn't mad about it,
but he acknowledged it.
That's what it is.
And that's probably why he's kind of down to earth. So it's kind of like him. He's dating everybody. Like he dated Lori Harvey.
Like they don't like Michael because Michael's free, yo. He's not bogged down. He's free.
They don't like that. And then he became what they wanted. And then now it's like he can control them because other women want. And he got a problem with that because you know they don't be holding. You notice how they don't really hold these UK motherfuckers to that standard. Like the dude from Get Out, Joey to Edgier for no, they know who their niggers are.
Well, actually,
I'm gonna say it just like that.
Well, actually, no. The only one that they hold accountable apparently is John Boyega. They stay lighting his ass up, yo. It's hilarious.
Yeah, John Boyega keep it a little bit too real for him too.
They stay lighting his ass up.
Yeah,
he just won't shut up though. He just won't shut up.
Lori, but anyway, but yeah, man, so it's that possessiveness, and what annoys me about all the guys that like people want to be they're still hope people. Because look, it's not like I'm invested in the black community being destroyed, but my thing is there are going to be objections you all have to get around to fix it. And I'm not going to just pretend the objections don't exist because you niggas want to have a powwow. I'm just not going to do that. But that's not how I'm built. So if you all don't have answers to these questions, then y'all need to go to the fucking drawing board and fix it. John Boyega is kind of, but not really getting blackballed. They don't like how he did the Star Wars thing because he really
John and Adam Driver shit on Star Wars.
He should have. And there was a white dude. I need to share it on my channel because they do these like script things where they do if you did the script the right way. And the way he did it was like if the shit was he was a Jedi and it was more centered around him. It was like a 40-minute video, and the series made sense because they said you should have made. You should have made Rey more like the Han Solo character.
Yeah, and then make Finn the
Jedi. But Finn still had his thing as far as he was a stormtrooper turned Jedi. But what's called should have been what's called them were brother and sister, her and Adam Driver. And then Adam Driver was the more talented dude. She had the Force. But it was more like she was a combination of Han Solo, but she didn't have a Force like that. And she wasn't as good as him, let's say that. So she was more raw power. And that way, and so she kind of closed the Force a little bit and just dealt, but she could fly and stuff, so she had certain Anakin. It was really great. And then he brought in like the black chick, like the one they introduced later to be like the love interest of Finn. In the third one, it worked. I mean, and it worked for like all of their careers. Like, because if you notice in Star Wars, the woman that was liked the most was the one that was in Rogue One. And it only took one movie to do that. See, dudes can respect. If you portray these women going through some realistic shit and overcoming it, dudes can have respect for that. But if you just do Mary Sue shit, dudes are going to reject that, and they just are. You see that with the Loki shit. How you see with her in that. Go ahead.
Like, I did a video on that, too. Is like the problem with a lot of these female-led movies is that they don't want to let these girls get punched in the face. Like, they don't want to let these girls get their asses kicked at all, and that's part of what makes the hero story so good. Is that falling grace in Star Wars.
But they would have never made Finn the main character because they don't have the balls to do that for racial reasons.
Hit Girl got her ass kicked.
But technically, hold on. But technically, Finn was the strongest actor and had the best star power. Adam Driver has his shit, but the reality is Finn had the strongest star power. And if you're doing Star Wars from an international, they also want to make the excuse with China too. I think all that's bullshit, but. But as far as Hit Girl, Hit Girl, I like that actress too.
Chloe was
whatever. She was
she down bad these days though.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is down. Oh, shout out to Jada Black.
Yeah, but like
Young Buck.
That's one of the bigger problems with all these female movies is that like they don't want to show these girls getting their asses kicked. So their movies don't really have the same story arcs that really work.
Yeah,
like when Black Widow got damn trucked by the Hulk and she lightly fell on the ground and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Come on, man.
I mean, they kind of let that skate because she has the fear. It's like, okay, well, she fears him for real. So people are gonna let that skate for that reason. But
I mean, I'll give you a better example. Like that's one of the reasons why, like for pretty much most of cinema history, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley is still seen as the best female heroine next to Sarah Connor, because in those two films you saw those women get shit thrown at them the entire franchise.
Sigourney Weaver has a great relatability to her, and then when you look at Sarah Connor, I think where the thing with Sarah Connor is people forget the first Terminator. So the first Terminator, she was exactly so
she was on point.
Yeah, so with the time jump, you kind of see that okay, she trained herself because she went through that. So people, and then you got to look at it's the early '90s too, where you didn't see a lot of that. So I mean, they know. The point is, Hollywood knows how to fucking write this shit. They do it for propaganda. 70% of Hollywood is propaganda. So end on that. Anyway, I'm about to wrap this up in a little bit, but any of y'all seen the Loki show?
I've been told to watch it. I'm still getting on that. I'm watching.
Shout out to Clutch. I don't know if Clutch's phone is shout out to. I mean, Sigourney Weaver has aged well. I mean, I mean, I ain't gonna say she hot, but she has. Cause they had when they show her in the third Daredevil. I mean,
and kept it up.
And Captain Marvel. I mean, the thing about her, Brie Larson. It's funny because in the third, if you look at the most recent Conjuring, they got a chick that literally looks like she could be Brie Larson's sister. And if you look at like how her personality is compared to like real Brie Larson, it's like that proves to you it's not the look, it's how she acts.
I mean, the thing with Brie is that Brie has misandrous tendencies.
The only thing I'll give Brie Larson credit for, the main thing is Brie Larson will actually say white men is who the fuck she talking about. And that takes a certain amount of fortitude that most of these chicks don't have. And so it's like, shit, well, if she ain't talking to me, then I'm only going to be so mad about it because at the end of the day, but I ain't supporting her. I mean, like I saw the movie. I saw that movie for Sam Jackson. I saw it for Sam Jackson. But
I haven't watched that shit, yo.
And but it's a lot of movies coming out. Like still ain't seen this fucking 007. It needs to come out with the
It's
Black
still coming
James
out.
Bond.
That hasn't dropped yet.
It's been made. Yeah, it ain't come out yet.
It hasn't. That's crap.
Hold on, let me be sure. No Time to Die.
That hasn't dropped yet. That's wild.
No, a lot of these movies. I mean, a lot of these movies. Yeah, it releases October 8th.
Oh shit!
You got me thinking like, yeah, just like the Fast and Furious movie. Technically, that's out now, but yeah, man. But anyway, like I said, like it's crazy, man. It's like that's my main thing. What do these bitches got to do for these dudes to disown them? And when I say I'm talking individually, and what you see is there's really nothing that black men can really do.
I mean, Ed, you called it. Like the black community is scared of the ratchet black woman.
Yeah,
even other black women are scared of the ratchet.
Yeah, black women fear other black women more than they do black men, and so, these are questions. You notice these are out of all the shit that people talking in space. Certain questions like that I'm bringing up right now. These are questions dudes don't want to face, but what they want to do is try to convince you. And look, I'm not against fixing the community, but what I am saying is, if you gonna fix it, you can't be like, oh well, we're gonna fix it with fucking candy cakes, kumbaya, and rainbow.
Kumbaya.
Like that's not gonna work. You have no real. It's kind of like if you look at Sudan and South Sudan and say, okay, we need to just come together. We're both Sudanese, but we gonna ignore the fact that the South Sudan got this oil. North Sudan wants that shit, and other ethnic shit and economic driving that. You're not getting around that shit.
No, a lot of both black women and black men want a bloodless revolution. That's what they want. They want a casualty-less war over the community, and it's like, well, even the Bible calls for an end of days. Y'all niggas are gonna have to fight something, or let's just disappear.
Yeah, and that dude that said, black women are my enemy. I mean, look, man, this is what I say. Black women are definitely antagonistic towards black men. Black women are definitely in competition with black men. I don't think that can be debated. As far as the enemy shit, the real question I would say is, do black women think black men are their enemy? Because if you look at how black women have talked for decades now, they talk as if black men are their enemy, and they are creating policies and standard operating procedures on such. And I would challenge somebody to tell them that shit ain't true. Remember, Kevin said that it's that black woman calling that white man into my home. So,
yeah, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, like not educating your sons on purpose is what.
Which is basically what it is. I don't want to hear that. Well, we just don't feel like doing it. No, that's bullshit.
You know what I mean?
Well, the common like uninformed black man doesn't like see black men as their enemy. They're like, oh, these bitches is acting. No, they're just like, oh, these bitches is acting up. That's pretty much as far as their logic goes. They don't really take it seriously or think much about it. They see like a belligerent bitch. They see it as typical. It's like, oh, she just doing what she do. You get what I'm saying? It's like, don't take it seriously. Don't think there's any cause behind it. Don't think there's any reason. Don't think they're doing it on purpose. It's just like, oh, it's like a kid acting up.
I hear what you're saying, but that level of lack of self-awareness, you can't be a leader if you're being that blind.
Well, I mean, these
very pervasive among black men.
Leaders, though. These niggas, they want to be liked, not lead.
Exactly. And so when people talk about, oh, well, you're not a leader and stuff like that, and dudes get mad, it's like, for you not to understand this shit, like these bitches, dude, there's a whole economy around this shit. Like, this ain't just like all bitches wild out on their men. But if you really acting like what the fuck you deal with is the same as what these other motherfuckers are dealing with.
That's the thing. Like I'll talk to these guys and they'll always come up and be like, well, other women act up with their men too. But
I mean, like, man, didn't I do a video on your expose on the breakdown?
So this is how this is how you answer that. You ask these dudes a simple question. All right, so in the white community, who you think has more value, white men or white women? Who you think both? Donald Trump has already proven the answer to this question. it's white men. You know, as far as Latin community, Latin men. As far as Asians, we already know what that is.
You already know that.
You know, so in the black community, so you already know what a basic. The problem is they don't see it as. The problem is niggas don't see it serious enough to really.
The common black man has already pedestalized black women to the point where you even suggest that he might be above his woman. He'll look at you like you gay.
Yeah,
like,
that is
So the notion that a man has any value over a woman is completely foreign to the commonplace black man.
Well, this is why we do what we do, because if you notice, a lot of these dudes, you see the dudes that want to have disagreement, how they look and how they fucking sound. You see how they look, you know, and that's not, and that's dumb. And them dudes look dumb. Them dudes are dumber than the common black men. So as this stuff has, and then Kevin was right when he was talking about a lot of these Z's, some of these rappers and TikTok, like it's a lot of red pill stuff on there, and I'm not gonna put that on there. But folks are like, and when you look at Z's are not dating black women like that. Like, man, my thing with Obsidian wants to play this 85% is marrying black women. Well, only 33% of black men are getting married. So, and then he also has acknowledged that the vast majority of black men are bachelors.
That's a statistic from like this.
Yeah, he's using numbers to kind of manipulate his argument. Yeah, and my thing is, I
encompasses all black men from like the damn 20s though. Like,
my point is, you know, he can say all that all he wants to, as far as his own narrative, but that's not even the problem. The problem is black women don't want black men, so it don't fucking matter. Now, as far as, because the dude was calling in on him. Now, he was talking about, well, you know, these dudes don't have these problems. Well, again, if you're talking about dudes that make 80, 100,000 or more, that's only like 6% of black men, if that. It's really like more closer to 5 or 4. So you're dealing with that's like white black women talking about, oh, we have strong relationships with white men. Well, only like 5% of y'all are dealing with them in the first place. So that's
we know why they last though too. You know
so I mean, that's not really speaking to the majority. That's not speaking, like you're literally talking about like less than like about 1 million black men.
The difference is these swirlers let their white husbands get away with murder. That's why
and that's why. Please,
their black ex-husband breathed wrong, and she was ready to take him to child support court. So
I think everyone remembers that video of that chick who recorded her boyfriend about the Obama thing. He was in the living room talking about, you know, these niggers or you voted for Obama again, you know, for another 4 years. Shit. But yeah, I mean, me and Smurgle for the last 3 days have been having streams about this shit.
Oh yeah, we got the Hope stream coming up, man. I don't even know what to talk about, really.
Well, a lot of it too that y'all got to understand is y'all got as you have new dudes coming here, they have to. It's kind of, y'all got to think of it like the 5 stages of grief. Like rage is not the only stage, and people like to focus on the rage because they're like the dudes.
We're addressing dudes in the bargaining stage. Really.
Folks are trying to sell the idea that I love, because Mediocre has a video talking about the red pill and what he doesn't like about it. And I'm looking at the comments, and folks want to make it seem like, well, it's really you're antisocial. Okay, so you're saying everything is working perfectly fine. If I'm antisocial, then you're saying everything is working perfectly fine. Well, if everything's working perfectly fine, why are you so worried? Because why are you so worried about people falling off? Because that means the system's great, right? So just go get married, go do what you do. That's why I get to the point where I say, you know, some of y'all need to touch the hot stove, and I'm not really worried about what you do, because some of them, they just need to do that. And some we push too hard trying to tell other men what to do. And at the end of the day, other men are going to have to learn on their own. They just are going to have to do that. And by the way, if they volunteer as tribute, then let them volunteer as tribute.
Well, see, here's the thing, Ed, right? Like, I'm not against them learning the hard way. What I'm against is like the dudes who will become tribute and then come back and try and
advocate for becoming true.
Well, that's what we're here, and that's what we're here for. That is what we're here for, to deal with that. And as you can see, no matter how, we're pretty effective at that, and we're only getting more effective. Like, even because a lot of people will go as far as to say, well, Kevin Samuels is trying to tell other people that no, he's not.
Here's the problem.
Dudes.
Black men soak up that, oh, brother, I got a good black woman. Why can't you? They soak that up a lot more than like this red pill shit.
I mean, it's because, again, Spergel, like we said, it's that nigger knowledge, bro.
It's that hope.
Well, no, and I'm cool with it, because at the end of the day, this is where black people got to start understanding the game. If you, just like how they say you can't help but be a trick, that's who you are. That like, and they are a part of the system. That's how you have to start looking at it, because the reality is more dudes are getting it. You look at the environment is going one way, and regardless what people want to talk about with stats and all of that,
yeah, they ain't got no choice but to get it.
Either that or they're gonna get
absolutely crucified. Like,
yeah, it's musical chairs, it's musical chairs, and that's what I always tell people. Y'all need to start having faith in the environment.
Like the environment itself is forcibly red pilling a lot of men.
Exactly.
Like, they don't even have. They probably ain't seen you see a guy on the street, you think it's red pilled as hell, and he ain't seen a single video. Probably don't even know what YouTube is.
Exactly. And that's what people don't understand is the biggest thing that red pills. The biggest thing that red pills black men is black women's behavior, and the fact that black women are as open about, like, you had a chick talking about, well, if you break up with me, you still need to this is not a marriage.
I saw that video.
These women, this is where Danica Marie and Six comes in. They are really telling these women, you dumb bitches, shut the fuck up. This is how stupid they are. Like, you all are really just outwardly snitching on yourselves.
No, again, Ed.
Why?
The misandry is on full effect. Like, exactly. it's on like 100 octane misandry out here. Like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Like, at this point, most women are misandrous via social contagion.
Hold on. These women are so misandrous that they are starting to hate other women. They don't hate black men.
Yeah, they're calling them nigger lovers. They're calling them nigger lovers.
No, even if you take that off, even if you take the pick me off, you see, like what Carrie Hilson did with saying she wanted a black man. Bro, they shared it. Now they love that thing when she was talking about, oh, she's looking for a white man, like way back when. But and these will be women that date black. It's like they are so like the social media is really has like lowered the eye, and black women are on social media more than anybody. Like, and I know BB's in here. These women know we're right. Like, this is, and they know the ones we're talking about, and we know it ain't just a couple. Like, some of these women, the hatred that they like. Do you understand the level of energy that is required for the hatred that they have? Nigga, they can hold on, time out, Ease. They could use that shit to lose weight. I'm not even playing. Like I deal with black women too, and god damn, like I don't even understand how y'all can even be around. So like y'all could even, because that shit has to give you headaches, migraines. Like that is not some the stress levels that you.
Why do you think the rates at which women are on antidepressant drugs has risen, as well as alcohol?
What the hell is RBR talking about?
RBR is always RBR. Crack is a powerful drug. Manosphere. And now RBR has. Don't RBR have like 10,000 subs? The fact RBR has an audience. Whatever.
He has more subs than me.
Manosphere dating coaches teach loveless relationship, and those relationships are doomed to fail.
That's another hope
society wants. RBR, RBR is medication.
If that's where society goes, RBR, then so be it. Eventually, the sun will die.
I'm not on this crew. Oh, I want to red pill everybody. Look, man, I put common sense out to where I put it. At the end of the day, y'all can do what the fuck y'all want to do. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do.
Nothing lasts forever. Shit.
Yeah, like when it comes to like my affiliate marketing stuff and my money and shit like that, you know, yeah, and y'all don't know. Like I'm plugged into certain people. Like I know like young dudes. I know young women with weave. They do forex and bought houses with forex. So y'all, that's why I be telling y'all about what y'all be. Oh, she look ratchet. I'm like, y'all don't know what some of these quote unquote ratchets know. Like I know good information when I see it. Like some of these young dudes. Like
give me one of these scamming chicks, you live good, man.
I ain't talking about no scam. I ain't talking about no. Hold on.
No.
I just want to be clear. Yes, they're scammers. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that actually do forex. I've seen them do it. They're training people to do it. Like actually showing them the pips and the pips in the analysis chart, just like BGS and shit. And they not even smart like that. They were just giving the game and they using the game and they've used the game to make good money. And I ain't even talking just one or two. I know quite a few, and they young. They like 23, 24, and you didn't know that's what they did. You'd be like, oh, she must be on OnlyFans or some shit.
I got a question though, Edward.
Shout out to OnlyFans being sunset. The OnlyFans apocalypse.
I got a question, Edward. Where does this hatred of weave come from? I get the argument, but it's like if it looks good, why is it such a?
First of all, for the most part, it don't. For the most part, it don't. And also, and then really, the real hatred of weave comes from the fact that black women blame black men for having to wear it because they're fucking insecure, and that's their fault. That's really where it comes from. It's that y'all say, well, you don't protect us. You don't protect us from our insecurities because we're in a white
society.
Yeah, so dudes are like, bitch, I don't even want you to have that shit. I just tolerate it because I'm trying to fuck.
I never thought about it though. Like, the shit look good,
but you ain't never been told by no bitch that it's your fault as to why you wear it. Because if you hear that enough times, especially on these videos where you these well, we wear weave because that's what you all like because you all are colorists and you all are racist. Like, bitch, I don't even like how that shit smells.
What they'll tell me is they'll be like, "Oh, I'll make this shit look good for you, though," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Man, most of these hoes don't be wearing weave.
No, I mean, I guess
I get that.
Didn't I tell you I live in Atlanta? In Atlanta, it's trash over here, yo.
And then most dudes, and to be fair, most dudes don't like that blonde weave shit. They really don't. That shit. And then hold on. And then why do you wear that? Because y'all are colorists.
Well, to be fair, I be fucking with like a lot of light skinned chicks anyway. So I mean,
yo, but Smurf, have you seen them without the weave? Like, have you seen them without? Have you ever been with a chick and you see her without the weave and with the weave?
Yeah, I seen like
a
lot of hair. And I tell them I prefer curly hair. And they'll be like, "Oh, now I'm about to get bad for you and shit." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, I my thing is I can do either or, as long as the weave look good. I like the
most dudes can, but what most dudes don't like in this debate is when bitches are doing what the fuck they want to do, and then they sitting there saying that we're practicing racism against them, and they usually say that to justify how they act towards black men.
So it's not actually like a hatred of weave; it's like a thing.
No, dudes don't prefer women with weave. But dudes don't have a hatred of it. No.
Okay,
the way black women push back against
I've really never thought about it, but this weave shit always comes up from time to time, and like it's always some vitriol behind it.
And notice how these women, and notice how these women are always at the end of the day, like you hear Sister George and them, they always talking about the fucking attention that they get and all this bullshit. And they want to blame us, and we are really tired of that.
That's a lie, though. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fucking woman. I don't wear weave. But from what I've actually noticed, women that wear their natural hair be getting like a ton of compliments, and they be like,
"Well, the women that wear weave never wear their natural hair."
Yeah, I don't even want to deal with this bullshit.
Yeah, this is a stupid conversation.
Let's just file that under the what stupid shit bitches do.
Yeah, it ain't serious. It's like the common nigga. That's just a bitch being a
just like when city girls are talking about the stupid shit they do. Just file it under stupid shit bitches do.
I mean,
it ain't serious.
If this lash thing stays on, pretty soon niggas gonna be talking about that, and they gonna be blaming us for the reason they wear these damn long umbrella lashes. Give it a couple of years, I guarantee you.
Hold on, the lashes is fine.
Hold on.
Number one, I don't. Here's the problem.
I don't know.
Okay?
Maybe we deal with different bitches. I don't know.
No, the problem is that these bitches have tats, lashes, fucking raggedy ass hair, raggedy ass lashes, tats on their arms like they bikers. I mean, goddamn, like tongue rings, fucking bottom lip rings, those rings. I'm like, what the fuck? You fucking you young buck?
These girls look like fucking circus freaks, yo.
That's the problem. You young buck, this is America. So it's not one thing. And then so what happens is, and I see it in some of the women I know, like they get one tattoo, like a gateway drug. It's like, bitch, are you even looking in the mirror? Like, do you realize what the fuck you doing? Oh, it's just one tat. Like now you got 5.
I knew a chick that randomly got a whole thigh done.
I get it when the tats is like ugly, but I mean, I don't know. Tats
no, I mean, it's not even ugly.
No. If women have, first of all, too many tats, there's no such thing. Look, I understand. Look, like, I'm not even going to say what's preferred. The point is, women are getting too many fucking tattoos. Okay,
really
that's masculine as fuck. Women are cutting themselves, cutting their asshole open, cutting their titties off, adding titties. Like they doing way too much. Like this ain't like women are starting to get surgery more than dudes get their car worked on. Like straight the fuck up.
I mean, like I be wanting them to get my name tatted on their ass and shit. So it's like
they probably would pick the right one.
Yeah,
but dude, we're not talking about like the women. We're talking about a concussive, overarching thing. And then and Jason Black said it best. A lot of that stuff tells you about the certain mentality a lot of these women have.
So Edward, you wouldn't want your girl to get your name tatted on?
I'm conservative in that way. In the way with me, I prefer my bitch no tats, no fucking fake titties. You know, I prefer my woman to look like a fucking woman, not like she's trying to try for the fucking circus. Now, I'll tolerate certain things in moderation, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not marrying no bitch with no tats. Now, I'll fuck a bitch. When I say tolerate, I mean I'll deal with date. Or like I said, you know, if I have another agenda for a female, like I'm learning something or I'm working with them on something, then I'm not gonna worry about that because I'm dealing with them from generally an asexual standpoint. But a lot of this shit where all these bitches got all this bullshit on them and shit, they're doing too much. And they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're doing way too much. And it's not just black women. Like you got motherfuckers that like they're cutting themselves up. Like that's a lot of that shit is self-mutilation like a motherfucker.
I be seeing them white girls out there with them big old colorful ass sleeves and shit looking like mermaids.
Well, I mean, the thing with them is that like white people have a very good way of making caste systems, though. So those was already seen as a different caste.
Exactly.
Like those would be seen like, you know, as free range hippie shit. So like they're already out of a loop of somewhere. But with but with us, with black people, we haven't created a caste system, so that's all in the same fucking pot.
I mean, how does a tattoo determine what kind of person you are?
Like you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking explain that. Like the fact that you just prove Arenza's point just by asking that question.
Wait. Have you ever watched Donovan Sharp tattoo Slut Tales? Come on, bro.
No, dude. I'm not, because that'll be you just by asking that question. You just kind of prove. Yeah, and that's fine because
it's a whole class.
The audience can lead what the audience leads, but
it's all class thing. Like if you have to ask,
it's the same thing with body piercings and shit. Like you know, at the end of the day, I'm not even whatever. You know, my thing is people can do what the fuck they want to do. People can do what the fuck they want to do. My thing is, don't, you know, the issue in the black community, which is why you don't have a class system, is because judgment is really not allowed in the black community. This is just like how you being overweight is a commentary of your mentality. Same thing can be said about having too many tattoos. Now, in men, it is looked at as like you're a rebel and a rogue, and to a certain extent, there can be value there. But women are not supposed to. But as a woman, that is seen as being defiant. So if you got a bitch with a whole bunch of tattoos, there are no conservative women that have a whole bunch of fucking tats.
Exactly.
They're not.
if you're
Like
looking
that
at
is extremely rare. And by the way, don't bring Love Dorsey up, because if you look at the dude that Love Dorsey is equally yoked to, that's not that's an exception to that rule. But when we're talking about women that are fucking calling Kevin wanting high value men and shit, or they want dudes that are operating outside of their lane. Now, just you can be in a certain lane culturally and still make money. You know, but that's different than you want a nigga that's like a Lawrence from Insecure, or you want to do with money. You think you're entitled to that when you're presenting yourself. Because by the way, because when because it's kind of like it's like, you know how you have on the ship, you have the pirate ship, they have like the little woman in the front. That's what a woman is to a dude. And see, and so what that tells a guy, if you have tattoos, usually they writing you off anyway, but even if they give you one rope and they say, okay, are these tattoos that can be covered up relatively easily, that if they can't, then that lets them understand, you know, what your mind is. And this is how shit works. And so it's not about
stuff like face tats.
No, I'll give you
shoulder tats.
I'll give you an example.
Shoulder tats, yeah, it's a lot of them.
I'll give you
different things have different degrees of covered up.
Different
thing, yeah. But even with women, like dudes are not trying to see that. Even if that you pass that test, dudes are not trying. Like, dude, women getting tattoos is not fucking feminine at all. It's not okay.
Yeah, it's not. I'll give you an example of that, right?
Nah. My ex had like this like rose thing going down her spine. That shit was sexy. I mean, like
okay, Smurgle.
Yes,
yeah.
Again. Hold on. Time out. Yes, that's what
flowers and shit.
People need to understand that when you're dealing with dudes like the Talented Tim, dudes that go to college, as far as actual dudes that are in upper class shit, that is not the fucking shit they're checking for.
Yeah, like
okay, now that's cool. I'm not saying that dudes there are not productive, but understand that dudes with power are not checking for that shit. They're just not. And the problem with women is women will take guys like you and try to superimpose them that every guy should be that way. And this is what, like, for instance, you got women, I'm going to take you out of it. You got dudes that'll say they like BBWs. Generally, those dudes are not paid. They're broke. But what women will do is say, well, every guy should like it because I get attention from the bottom niggas. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying with the tattoo thing, but I am saying that on the fat thing. That's the problem. Women think one group of niggas should like shit, so everybody should like. Yeah, Jason Black said that too. Like, dudes don't really be liking bitches with tattoos like that. And here's the problem. The problem is you got a generation that pretty much strippers that are pretty much now telling the generation of girls how to be, and you got dudes that they grew up with that, so now they accept that. Stripper culture is like the default culture amongst a lot of black men, and black people wonder why black people are so fucked up.
Yep. But are you being serious, Smurgle, when you ask the question? Are you being serious?
Yeah, he's saying he's playing. He ain't fucking. I know when
I don't make a big deal about tattoos at all. Honestly, I just don't. Unless it's like some on their face and shit. Even like I don't know.
I mean,
I never took it seriously.
I mean, to the people who will watch his back.
Man, you know what? You know, RBR, man, you piece of shit. Like RBR.
Yeah, what'd he say?
Yeah. What happened now?
He better not be fucking streaming me.
I've heard RBR speak once, and that man.
RBR, you got a couple of me. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, RBR. If you fucking streaming me, y'all fucking go report his ass. Yeah, I'm being like that.
RBR is crazy.
If RBR is streaming me, I'm about to post a fucking link right now. Y'all report that nigga.
Who the fuck is RBR?
Cause I'm tired of RBR knows how to get past. RBR knows how to get past a fucking my fucking block list on my email. I mean, he got everybody cussing his ass out because he always emailing shit. Niggas screaming me, yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, you lucky I can't find your channel.
Because he's black. Of course, the game was on him.
I mean, he said it in the chat. Yeah, I have like 242 people watching me right now. And he doesn't. Also, TOS is like a stream to the ability of the app, which allows me to share content.
I'm about to end this anyway, but yeah, man. But that's the problem.
Wait, let me put a shameless plug in for my channel so we can grow with you, man. Shit. Trying to be like you one day, man.
Man, I ain't nobody, man. I just need to like y'all ain't even seen what I got in store. I ain't even talk about with this channel because as soon as I start switching it to more of my motivational stuff, and get away from this shit, you know. But
I want to say something to Smurgo right quick. I don't understand how we can all come here and accept that we can put a class system on men, and we can easily identify a Pookie or a Ray Ray. We can easily identify men as far as certain uniforms, but when it comes to women, it's like, oh, it's no big deal. Everything's no big deal. There's no such thing as a class system when it comes to
I mean,
them.
you can individually like shit all you fucking want, but the problem is, you know, dudes like honestly. Yeah,
I mean, like, the caste system for bitches is you either you gonna fuck her or you gonna wife her.
Not really. No, it's not.
But what do you base that off of? The bitch can say
you know what, dude? I don't even want to have a fucking conversation because I'm really part of me being in this space as long. I'm tired, like basic shit like that. Like I'm fucking just tired of.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm like, if niggas, yeah, and you know what? I want these niggas to fuck the ratchetest. I want these niggas to fuck the scams. That way they get fucking scammed. They get their ass whooped. They get shot in they sleep.
Man, women
they
is
get fucking,
women.
They They get what Cardi. Hold on. What Cardi B did. I ain't even talking about Smurgle in general. I'm talking about with anybody. With Cardi. Hold on.
Why do we need a system for women?
Archer. What Cardi B did with drugging niggas, you know, I want all that because honestly, that's what Darwinism will handle. That's I have faith in Darwinism. We don't need a system for women. Women can shit on the street and it's okay. You know, I don't care. Y'all deal with who y'all want to deal with.
Get these niggas stabbed.
Yeah.
I mean, they be twerking on cop cars and shit.
Yeah, y'all love them, y'all fuck them, y'all have nigger babies with them.
They back out, son.
Yep, and have children with them that can't read and can't write. They have low IQs. I know y'all be thinking Smurgo be playing. I know he's not.
I mean,
I don't put a lot of credence into these bitches. I'm fuck them or not.
No, you don't. But Smurgo, there's a lot of dudes like you that be nutting all up in these bitches. That's the community we got. And then y'all want to be upset when there's more niggas in prison than in America than women in prison on the planet. That's why shit like that, because you just feed in the beast. So keep feeding it. Y'all are genetic. Y'all are genetic.
You say I'm gonna reproduce a criminal.
I'm not saying you, Smurgo. I'm saying people that think like you that take that next step. You don't be. Hold on, Smurgo. You don't be nothing in these bitches. You hesitated, like I said. You know what the hold on, Archer. You know what the difference with Smurgo is? He ain't came across that one bitch that says, "Oh, I'm on birth control," but really ain't.
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah, I've seen their papers though. So
that don't mean shit.
Yeah, that is
shout out
true.
to D Right Den for $5. You got women, they want to have your kid, they'll artificially inseminate themselves and pick it up out of that trash.
Smurgo, we have this talk about how they like show these IUD and shit in the arm.
Yeah. I told you I don't trust that arm shit.
Yeah, a lot of y'all be playing, and a lot of y'all be thinking y'all be playing, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all think the shit's cute. Y'all are socialized. Because what you gonna have is a lot of these D's are gonna leave, but you also have dudes that, quite frankly, there is nothing these females can do, and so you all will always serve as sexual access for these bitches. And what y'all don't understand is they're degrading. Shout out to Mortal Kombat. It's kind of like with Mortal Kombat with Reptile, that every game that comes out, Reptile looks more like a fucking reptile and less like a ninja, to the point where he didn't even look like a reptile. He looked like a fucking alien and shit. Because that's how far he degraded. That's true. What you all are doing with women. They are degrading. A lot of these women are degrading into wild animals. That's why they're twerking on cop cars and shit. They're doing that on purpose.
And I knew it was bad. And I knew it was bad when this one bitch called me a walking dildo. It's like,
okay, Smurgo, you gotta chill, yo. You gotta
like these bitches. Like these bitches really don't give a fuck, so why should I, man?
Yeah, and y'all think that
You're a
shit.
man.
But hold on. Y'all think that's cute till y'all catch a financially transmitted disease. So then this wild animal turns into a baby mama terrorist. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. And now you on Jessica X's shit talk about how you gotta pay 50. Hell, you even if you abandon that motherfucker, the law ain't gonna allow you to abandon. They say you can abandon them, you still gonna pay me, Uncle Sam. I mean, for that child.
For real, I lucked up though, not having no kids and shit at this point.
Well, you only 24, right? You still got time.
Yeah.
Wait, I love you at 24 not having no kids.
You 1 year.
Oh, you started at 24, Archer?
No, but I'm saying you think you out of woodworks at 24.
You ain't out of shit. You ain't out of shit.
Shit, I'm 26. I know I out of shit.
You still in the young game because you could get caught up. Like all it takes is a fucking bitch is 10 years older than you to put it on your ass.
Smurgo, you and I are still fertile, bro.
What? Hold on. So hold on. Rance. If a chick like Love Dorsey came around and put it on him, that nigga's gonna get started. And he'll like a chick like that, but ain't got the mind of a baby mama terrorist. And this nigga gonna be calling Love Dorsey, paying her $100 for help, and she gonna be like, "I thought you was one of the smart ones."
Lil Dorsey will get me through that shit though. I got faith in her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Smurgo, you probably that nigga. You ain't gonna be that nigga that's gonna get low level child support. You ain't gonna be that nigga that the woman gonna be calling Love Dorsey because the judge sided with the dude. You gonna be that nigga that you gonna get a female judge, and that female judge is gonna make an example out of your ass because she can't get the nigga at home to do what the fuck she want. So she gonna take it out on you and use that gavel to ruin your life.
Smurgo, not every guy is as lucky as my dad or Archer, bro.
But here's the thing, and I don't even have a personal issue. Hold on, Blaze. I don't have an issue with Love Dorsey. I think she has common sense. But what I will say is, you see how a lot of dudes react to Love Dorsey. They react to her because of the type of chick she represents. She's one out of like 1,000 that's got like anything close to a mentality like that. You see how repulsed a lot of black men of her. Hold on. So what I'm telling you is you're like the type of females you're caping for, a lot of these dudes are actually repulsed by.
Yeah. See, she didn't set off any alarms in my head.
I'm using that term. They are repulsed by women like her.
I didn't feel like that at all. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
That's your class. My God, that is your class.
Margo, where are you from, bro? Where are you from?
Florida.
That is your class.
Florida. I ain't from Florida. You talking about Love Dorsey from Florida?
Where do you live from? Now? Arkansas? Because it sounds like some Arkansas shit.
NC.
Some Little Rock. North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, North Carolina.
Where?
I'm like
Charlotte?
I'm like, everyone is like, no, nigga, you can't be here.
I'm from Chicago, so I don't have to claim this shit. It ain't
Charlotte, nigga.
Because Charlotte got bitches like what you talking about. Raleigh got a combination of shit. You must live in Durham.
Nah.
Whatever. I'm not gonna make you. Wow, I didn't know.
You got head on that.
He probably like I shouldn't know. I'm good. I ain't trying to do that because I don't. It's too many niggas around me already. That's Virgo's added to the list.
They coming for you.
Niggas emailed me talking about I showed a video of my like house number. And it was like, oh, you need to take that down. And I edited it out. But I was like, yeah, like, whatever. Right. Fayetteville. Yeah, it might be Fayetteville. That's the ratchetest place in North Carolina. Technically. I
think Charlotte pretty up there. Charlotte like got murders every day type shit.
The outskirts of Charlotte is, but you got places like Annapolis and shit like that. It depends.
Hey, you ever drove through Salisbury, bro? That shit's crazy.
Yes, I mean, but I'm from Chicago, so it ain't nothing. I ain't never.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of you up north niggas coming down here and fuck this shit up.
Man, I'm never going to NC because everybody in the Manosphere is coming from NC. There's something wrong with NC.
Bro, no, yeah. The
Oh
guys
man,
and
the
girls.
bitches here is fucking crazy, man.
The
That's
guys
all I
and the
can fucking
girls,
say.
man.
Like,
I'm from Jersey and I'm going back up there, yo.
Like, I hate Jersey, man. I'm in Jersey right now. This shit's terrible.
it ain't shit. Like I tell you what the problem with NC is. Ain't
Man,
nothing.
New Jersey's a sad place.
Ain't shit
The
to do with
skies are gray,
NC.
yo. There's gray skies and shit.
Ain't shit to
No
do with
sun.
NC.
And it smells.
Ain't shit to do with
Nigga said
NC,
it
but
smells.
fuck, do drugs and fight and shoot at each other.
The people out here are weird, bro. My game has been dry since I got out here. I'm not even the front. Like, it's
Bro,
weird out here.
It's because there's
The
no
East
sunlight.
The East Coast is different. I guess I'm a West Coast, Midwest type of nigga when it comes to running game. The East Coast, it's too much going on.
You gotta be aggressive over there, bro.
Bro, yeah.
You gotta be aggressive.
I ain't got no pom-pom yelling, be
fuck
aggressive.
that shit. That's why I tell, part of why I tell dudes to get their passport. It's not about just getting your passport and running away. It's about you all. No, it ain't, because that's how people like to perceive it. But it's about you all knowing how to expand the game board. And that's not just overseas. That's also in the United States. Y'all need to get to a point where y'all are doing something, whether it's a skill, like high income skills, whether it's something that moves with you. Y'all got investments. Y'all got to build yourself up to that. And that way, y'all can just say, fuck this bullshit. I'm going to a new part of the Monopoly board. I'm not fucking dealing. So you don't got to worry about dealing with New Jersey and they fucking bullshit, or Philadelphia and they masculine bullshit. You be like, nah, y'all can stay with the niggas that can't go nowhere, niggas that can't leave a fucking county. I'm going to fertile ground. And
I'm out of here, bro. Houston, here I come. Nigga, for real.
Yeah, no, nigga. New York ain't got the worst black women. I think Atlanta got the worst black women. As far as internally, like how they like yoked soul wise, I think Atlanta has the worst.
I met one girl in New York. Now, I'm in Jersey, so I'm kind of on the middle, like by PA, by Jersey, by New York. I met one girl in the Bronx, bro. Her ass is terrible. Like, she's not a bad person, but she's a bad person. Like, if you know what I mean.
No, I get what you said. What he means is she's a product of her environment.
Yeah.
She's what else? She's roughneck.
I wouldn't even say it. It's just too ghetto. I didn't know that type.
Yeah,
it's like
the Bronx is the poorest county in New York. What the fuck you expect? He's like J-Lo came from here, and J-Lo got the fuck out as soon as she could.
What was that movie called where old boy was where he fucked the girl and she said she was pregnant like right after they got done having sex? What was that movie called? Don't drink gin in the hood while doing something. Remember that movie with the Wayne brothers?
Yeah, I know that movie.
Like, she reminds me of that shit. Like, just super. Like, I'm like, damn.
Again, she's a roughneck. I see chicks like that all over College Park in Atlanta.
And she got a slip in her voice. Like,
Riverdale, go ahead and alpha your way through it, Archer.
I'm not fucking with her. I guarantee you,
Archer, you gotta tell it.
Archer,
just tell it. You know what this dick could do to you? I got 3 women I got 3 baby moms and I don't pay child support.
Don't mean I don't got problems because I don't pay child support.
No, but you're not lying and see what she says. She'll be like, oh, because that's probably the biggest flex you can give a bitch.
Yeah, I met the chick and she was okay. I saw her. I was like, okay, bet. So I talked to her, got her information. But after I started seeing the way she moved,
Clutch to say, don't forget about them DMV bitches. They ain't shit either. It is contractually required that they be put on any ain't shit list.
So is the East Coast just trash? Is the East Coast all around just trash?
Top 10 strag destinations.
Yeah, generally New York, Philly, and Jersey are just trash. Now,
Bronx got some sexy Dominican chick, but they crazy as fuck. Yeah, man, you might as well go to the DR direct.
But if you want better chicks, go to like New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. No. But that's
because a lot of them Dominic see the problem with a lot of them. See the problem, and people, O'Shea did a video.
I'm making money out here.
O'Shea did a video where he was talking about a gay dude from Houston to slap the shit out this black woman.
Fucking gave that girl a short.
And they're protected. So black women are stupid because, truth be told, a lot of these dudes can probably hit. A lot of these gay dudes think like them, so they're gonna hit their ass. And this dude like 6'2", and then she bounced, and it was funny because she bounced away from him because he she didn't hit. He didn't hit him that hard, but like she was a small chick, and all the other women laughed. And that's an interesting social experiment because if it had been a heterosexual dude, they wouldn't have laughed. They laughed. And see, this goes to show you, by the way, talking about, oh, well, black men are turned by the men. It's why I go after women. And by the way, to be fair to that guy, he asked her about 3 times, like 3 good times. And a lot of times gay dudes won't do that. They may give you once, and then they'll get like, I'm not trying to, stereotype everybody, but whatever.
They'll be
take how you take it. But my point is, they already ready to go. But he, so he was very self-aware. But they not gonna give a fuck. They not gonna just let you do that because, especially now, because they're protected. So,
they're protected. Yeah. So
and socially, women are not gonna respond the same way. And so you saw how she reacted when she realized it ain't gonna be no big shit. To the point where other women talking about, well, he should go to jail. He should do this. Well, not really, because at the end of the day, if you don't press charges in a moment, you can't like just all of a sudden supersede that shit because it goes viral, especially when you look at her being the aggressor. Because at the and then when you bring the fact that he's gay, it's gonna then be okay. Are you trying to bring other people into it? And this is why, like I said, man, women, and O'Shea made this statement like, I'm never gonna advocate for men to hit women, but he also kept it 100. But the reality is, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this from Batman from the Dark Knight. I'm not gonna kill you. The Batman Begins, but I don't gotta save you either.
I'm gonna save you.
And the thing is, this is when black women talk about I'm not protected. You're not protected because you got women that like to act like wild animals, and you all are basically training black men to not really protect you. And the chicks that know how to act are generally the chicks that know how to follow orders. The chicks that know how to follow orders generally don't get in trouble. So all these women is always into some shit. Like I don't think people understand that something's mentally wrong with you. Something is mentally wrong with you if you believe you can square up to dudes like that and you put their hand in their face. Like something is mentally wrong with you. Yeah, like for real.
That's just normal shit, though, man. That shit happen all the time.
It's a lack of the socialization between.
Oh yeah, it don't happen with me because I'm gonna tell you right now. The reason why I haven't just beat the dog shit out of a female is because for the most part I don't even allow that shit to get to that level. I've left situations and dudes be like, "Why you left?" Because I know me, like straight up. I've never hit a woman, but I know like if somebody puts if a chick puts her finger in my face and touches me, I'm breaking it. I know that. Yeah. I'm breaking. It's going. Hold on, and then people can say like I'm saying it because once you can say what you want and I'm good. Once you touch me, like I told a woman one time too. I said she was talking about, well, I'm gonna get this. I'm be like, it don't matter because you ain't gonna be fast enough. Like they're not gonna be fast enough. So you can play with me if you want to, and I'm leaving. But
so
but what I'm saying is there's layers to shit. Like I make sure that I know where the X's are, and I make sure that if I need to bounce, I can bounce, so shit never comes to that. Because I know if a female puts her hands on me, I might blank. I might do it. I have never done it, but I might do it. And another thing is that woman is never going to be around me ever again. They're never going to be around me ever again. And hold on. And a lot of dudes, what they do is they don't think about that because they just let shit happen. When I'm around a lot, some sisters that are like that, if I'm around them, that's like me being around racist white people. That's how hyper aware I am. And like I'm because I know that it's always going because I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was in corporate America and a gay dude just straight cussed me out in front of everybody because of a job thing. And then the camera caught it, everybody caught it, and then they just let him get away with it because they didn't want to do nothing. And I told him straight up, I was like, look, y'all better transfer me, because if that ever happens again, like, I'm suing y'all. Y'all go give me a check to if y'all not gonna deal with him, because you really ain't got nothing to go on. And I ended up getting promoted not too far after that. But my point is, I will never put myself in a situation, because if a female even shows me she has the propensity to do that, she's not going to get a second chance. So shit has never been able to blow up to the point where I get like that. But I already know, like, if it was a situation like that, she was just in my face and all of that, it would have never been like that. I would have bounced. Because real talk, if no, I didn't cuss out a gay dude. You cussed. He said cussed out by gay. Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, because they're really used to that, and because women don't have a sense of boundaries.
No, I disagree with that. I think the problem is that most black women
they don't have a sense of boundaries that have not been established. They don't have a natural sense of that. It's like electricity in Jurassic Park. You got to get shocked. And that woman got shocked. That woman was all right. She didn't get a bruise or anything. She just got put on her ass. That's probably healthy for her, to be honest with you.
No, it is. No, because again, the biggest thing that deters women from attacking men is the fact that they know men. Like, they know a guy.
If I would have put hands on that dude, Don Juan, I would have been fired. Straight up. Like, they were straight up. And that's what, and they were really kind of mad I didn't, because, and I could tell, because it was like this white Southern woman, and she was kind of looking at me. You could tell she didn't really know what to do. And I told her straight up, because she was like, not my boss. And she was one of these hard ass. I said, look, I already know. You looked at camera, you seen I just stood right there, and you saw he was the aggressor, but you act like you ain't trying to do nothing. So I'm like, look, if you, I already know what time it is, because I used to be really vocal about HR anyway. I told y'all I've been Red Pill for a minute. I just knew how to live dangerously that way. I said, I already know what you struggling with. So you might as well either go ahead, give me that transfer, do something, because if that happens again, I'm suing. Somebody's getting sued, because y'all not gonna be able to just let that slide. And this dude had a like propensity to do that, and it's like y'all not gonna just be able to protect him for nothing. So, and he lucky I didn't really go at it that time, but whatever. Ironically, I did end up getting a payout from that job. But that wasn't because of something like that. But straight up, yeah, man. Like, I know how I am, and it's like, yo, ain't nobody about to put me in a mode where I'm getting blanked. Because I tell you, if I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail for a reason. I'm not going to just kind of sort of go to jail. That's not no. If I ever get into a situation where I know I'm probably going to jail, oh yeah, we're gonna get some good charges. I'm not going, you just pushed her, and then I got a Me Too, and I'm an entrepreneur too. So real talk, it ain't like, I got to deal with a job like, man, no. But see, at the end of the day, I know I'm short too, so I know women might try me, because I see what y'all niggas be saying, and y'all are like 6 foot, so I don't even give them that chance.
I'm not even close to 6 foot, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't even give them that chance. And a lot of y'all hang around these women knowing that they're fucking like Molotov cocktails and shit. And I'm like, the pussy ain't that important. Y'all could shit. Some of y'all be fucking black bitches, and that's the only bitch y'all fuck. I'm like, why ain't y'all expanding y'all options if for nothing else but that? You can still want to have black children and not be fucking black women like that until you're ready to do. I'm not even saying that all black women are bad. I'm saying that y'all gotta start exercising y'all agencies, just like dudes that date white women, and white women may show a propensity to do some low key racist shit, but you still around her, and then act like that shit may never get aimed at you ever. And then you got the goofy look when it does get aimed at you, and you don't know what to do.
Yep.
Y'all, I don't know what y'all be dealing with these like ghetto redneck white bitches, because that shit cute. Like that shit is not funny, because the most of the shit gets black men him the fuck up in this country is really always around a bitch, and this is or what somebody is doing is indirectly trying to bring him closer to bitches, which is why we talk about bitches so much. If it was like a nigga talking about why you always talk about bitches, okay, what else is fucking these niggas up? He got quiet. Thank you for shutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm open to suggestions. Shit.
I mean, it really does boil down to the fact that like a lot of black men just.
Well, if it ain't bitches, it's police.
No,
which is called by a bitch.
Yeah, like even that's a little most of the time. Like it's usually.
I'm just saying that's usually the next thing they go to. They be like, "Why don't you talk about the police or that white man?"
Yeah,
it's like some stupid shit.
Well, are you doing crime? Because
exactly.
Look, man, we know the police is full of shit, but let's keep this all the way 100. You know, like, yeah, I get the skip gate shit. Yeah, stop and frisk is not everywhere. And man, Smirgo, you in North Carolina, you know these. Look, and granted, I've been stopped over some bullshit, but for the most part, usually if you really getting hemmed up by the police, it's because a bitch called them.
Someone called them, yeah.
I got pulled over. I had my bandana on. I had some damn shit on my car. I was damn sweating, boy. But
well, nigga, you looked the part. I mean, I don't look the part.
I got off though. It was an Asian dude, so I was like, "Oh, the white guy that pulled me over, I've been fucked."
You know these. Well, the worst people to get pulled over is assault and pepper.
Are minorities.
No, to get pulled over by a black cop and white cop. If it's an old black cop, you about to get that Lakeview terrorist treatment.
Well, yeah. I gotta pull up down with the group for type of dudes.
Look, A's be like, I'm an immigrant.
Shit, that doesn't work. You know what?
I bet you y'all be trying it like at least once. Like, damn.
No, you know what's funny though is that like once they see the last name, they'll start asking for like papers and shit. I'm like, I don't carry my passport on me, dude. The fuck?
I do. I don't know why.
God,
I do.
man, that's
I do.
up.
Are you fucking serious? I do.
They tell you, if you got a green card and shit.
Because that lets them know I'm not the average Negro. I give them my passport along with my license.
See, I mean, I might have to do that then, because like, I mean, it hasn't happened to me yet, but like my family, though, they've been like, oh yeah, you know, they ask for our passports in the stop, and they're like, and it's like, you know, why would I carry my passport?
I do because your passport is the strongest sense. I get why y'all would think that. I get that. I do it just because to do it. But what I'm saying is your passport is the strongest sense of identification. I get why y'all say that. I mean, if your license is what they tell you to have, but real talk, I let you know. Look, I am in the 6% of these Negroes. You know, I'm in the 6%. Most Negroes ain't got a passport. I ain't one of these county Southern motherfuckers.
Wow, Southern, okay.
Yeah, they think I'm Hispanic anyway. So.
You carry your book with you? Cause I keep the card.
I carry my book.
Oh damn! See,
I don't want to lose that shit though. I'll be scared of motherfucker.
Nah, I had it 7 years, and mine got to be renewed anyway. So in a year, so
they be asking for the whole book and shit. And my aunt's like, "Wait, why the fuck would I carry the whole book with me to like go to the fucking Walmart?"
That's why I got the card. Well, I mean, I never asked for my damn passport, but I don't know.
No, but yeah, it's wild though.
They probably from here.
They probably be surprised I got a damn license, honestly. Niggas be driving around without their L's and shit. Smoking a blunt.
And you be surprised. You be surprised. I bet you they be like, damn, fuck. I thought
I got insurance, a license, everything.
Insurance and license. Yeah, like here you go.
Can't say shit.
Huh? That's all up to date. There you go. You know.
Yeah, that's how I get off though. Like, and I be on bullshit too. I can't even lie. They can't search me nothing. Like I just be like, fuck it. Yeah, I got all my like that's a good thing about riding legit. Like my homeboy riding around with L's, like without their L's is dumb. Like, why are you doing? I get why you doing it. I know why
I'm just going up the street to my girl.
Yeah, that nigga. I don't know how many times I heard that shit. And the nigga be going all night. Like, goddamn, what the fuck happened to you? We already know what happened to them, man.
He
gotta call up his baby mama and shit. Now we go, man, I got him up. Like,
and these women like dealing in like again, and that goes all the way back to the original like point. Yeah, like the thing is, man, these women they are actively choosing niggas they dealing with.
They like that struggle of you.
And these women, and the thing about a lot of you know, a lot of that disingenuous, like I said, man, that's bullshit. If you gonna have that shit and be that disingenuous, it's like y'all need to have a dude up there, like at least one. And y'all niggas, y'all sitting there giving all that money up. asking questions. It ain't even about giving the money up. It's the questions y'all asking. Y'all are asking them women questions, and y'all are making points that y'all know one dude can easily make in real time with them.
Who would
Fuck
subscribe
that
to
bullshit.
Jessica? Is that like the them like
This is
regular
hold on.
niggas?
No, this ain't about Jessica. This is about this is really about.
I know what you're talking about. The dudes that send
Yeah,
the money.
she got a lot of
But
subscribers.
who is them dudes though? Is they like Manosphere? Or they just niggas?
No, they not. They're not. They're Manosphere. They're
It's
not.
Manosphere,
regular.
yeah.
See, this is
all
what I'm
the
saying. Where that
Mom,
hope shit.
look. That's y'all. Before there's been plenty of people that's come and go in this space. So even before the super chat. So my point is not sitting there hating on nobody getting no money. My point is,
it's not Jessica. It's the niggas.
well, at the end of the day, we already know that. You ain't saying nothing we don't know. No, not all of them are from Kevin Samuels. No, they're all not because Kevin.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Jessica
asking. Where are they
Jessica,
from?
no, I know. Like, no, if you go over there and you see the names, no, they're not some random people you ain't never heard of. Okay, so anyway, I'm not even on that. My point. I'm not saying they're not all manosphere. She pulled from a different man. Come on, stop playing semantical shit. Anyway, like I said, the reality is you got motherfuckers talking to feet, and even if you're not from the manosphere, you're listening to these women and the shit they say, and you really believe they talking in good faith. Like this, like again, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how y'all think y'all want to have hope. If y'all can't hold your women accountable and y'all outright refuse to do so, there is no pathway to fix the community. The community just the community.
Edward, you know what
the community. You get dude. I don't want to hear that shit because number one, dudes being stepfathers ain't hold women accountable. If you become a stepfather,
that's exactly
hold
thing.
on. Let me be absolutely clear with you right now. If all black men became stepfathers to all black women with single mothers, it would actually accelerate the degradation of black women.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? So that's not a solution.
That's not supposed to be a solution.
So you keep bringing it up. Like that's what I'm saying.
It's not a solution.
So it's not even worth bringing it up.
It's to get these hope niggas to make a choice.
It doesn't matter. Look, because the problem is they're not gonna make a choice, and that is the problem. What they're bro. No, they're not. What they're going to do, like what a lot of these dudes. Here's the thing. The reason why dudes were stepfathers in the first place is because dudes thought they could get a better looking bitch at a discount. That's why they really did it. That really isn't a thing anymore like that. Because most of these bitches are never getting back in shape unless they got genetic snapback, which most of them don't. They can't stay. They cost single mothers used to not cost a lot of money. They cost more money than dealing with a bitch without a kid. So there is no incentive, and then dudes are a lot more likely to deal with other races of women, and they have the ability to do so. So my thing is, I don't want to have that fucking stepdaddy fucking argument. I don't, because honestly, nobody's stopping dudes from being stepfathers that want to be it. Like, so having an argument constant, number one, I know that dudes being stepfathers ain't gonna fix shit. So, I mean, like saying that that's the community, I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Because dude, I've had whole years with this conversation. We've had the conversation.
It's not actually to fix the community. It's not the point. I think Arinze gets it. Arinze gets it.
I get that. So you talk to him about that. Because my channel, we already know the step gang. So you're preaching some shit that we already know. So it's like being redundant.
So you saying okay, so here's the thing. All right, so black dudes want to stay in the black community, right? They want to deal with black women. What my point is saying, if you want to do,
people are more SYSB. Most of my people are not staying in the black community.
But a lot of you dudes over in Jessica's chat hoping that the black women get right.
You're talking to me about that. That's what I'm talking about. My channel isn't the test case for like what y'all want to promote on other channels. Because my audience has some people that want to save the community. For the most part, my audience is like, look, man, live and let live. I'm doing me. Whatever you do, it is what it is. When our interests align, they align. If they don't, they don't. But we ain't on this. I'm giving up my life to save a community. And quite frankly, don't want to save itself. The end. You have people like Georgia Boy and all them in there, or Gab, but they ain't even they're more advocating for the shit they deal with more than save the community. So it's like, yeah, like we've already had this conversation.
Okay, it's not save the community. They want black women. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that?
They can want what they want. I don't give a shit why. Like, my thing is, don't act like you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. That's where my channel is. So all of this are Ruby. I'm not trying to convince them not to date black women. As far as I'm concerned, if that's what you want, that's what you want. That's not my objective in this channel, is to convince you not to date black women. My objective is really for you to do what's in your best interest and be smart about what you do, no matter what you do. If I got to speak to you about something as simple as being a stepdad, I'm going to keep it real with you. I think your IQ is too low for me to even engage with you. That's how I personally believe. I mean, I'm not talking about you, Smurgo. I'm talking about an audience member.
Well, that would describe the dudes donating to Jessica. Low IQ, still want to fuck with black women and be in the community. Yeah, too afraid to leave. You should have
heard the nigga I had to talk to on Robert shit earlier.
I know you hate the thing, but you misconstrued the point. The thing is, what I'm saying, if you want these good black women, you're gonna have to be a stepfather. Like,
yeah, my problem is it doesn't matter if I misconstrued it or not. I'm telling you a topic I don't want to engage in. And it's like you saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna engage it," because that's what
I get where you come. You annoyed by the shit.
Okay, so then can we just end the topic then?
Like, yeah, I mean, it's like you gotta get it out.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's like it's nothing to talk about. Like, you talk about, like, these niggas don't give, like, that's not gonna reach them anyway. They're not, because they're not gonna do that. All they're gonna do is pay lip service. That's the problem. They avoid shit like that. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna, like, that is not the first time that conversation has come up, where it's all these single mothers. Y'all gonna have to deal with them, and you give a fuck about the community. That shit angers me, because that speaks to the low IQ of black people. The fact that they willfully get around certain arguments. They say, we're not going to talk about that, but we're going to pretend we're going to fix shit. No, I don't. And in that argument, that shit literally enrages me, because quite frankly, it goes to show you people are literally talking about some shit they want to fix, and they can't hold women accountable. They're not going to be a stepfather, and then they're going to speak against what the environment is going to inevitably go to, what they're going to go to. It is the mental loop that I just cannot stand. And that kind of goes against, like, the higher shit that I try to talk about on my channel. Now, if new motherfuckers like on Soul Provider and them want to talk about that, then yeah, let them talk about that, because they're talking to a lot of the newer shit. Man, but I've already been there, done that.
I don't know how Soul Provider watches Chrissy's videos, yo.
That's what I'm saying. Reactions. I've been there.
I don't know how he does that.
Yes,
shit,
you notice I don't do that. It's not just you, Smurgo. I don't be listening to these. Like, I listen to Six Goddess until
I'm not Smurgo.
Stupid. I know I ain't talking about you. I know you're a Smurgo, but I'm just telling Smurgo, this ain't something that's personal with him. I don't listen to these bitches like I've listened to for years. Like, people are I get that people are new, so it's new to them, but I'm gonna leave it to them to talk about it, but I'm not relitigating shit. The only reason I brought up Cynthia G is because Cynthia G's got 70,000 subscribers, and everybody talk about she's going weather on the vine. That bitch is not weathering on the fucking vine. That's not what 70,000 subscribers is.
No, she's not. I mean, shit. Just today, Erica posted a post from her thing saying she has a point. Like, these
Erica who?
Erica Williams.
Oh God.
Yeah, I thought she was like, she has a point, guys. LOL. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is going too far. Yeah. Like, what can a person say bad about black people that's black, where you just say,
yeah,
fuck
absolutely. It. And the thing is, and the fact that I know that, but everybody want to talk about Kevin Samuels and what it is fucking the bullshit ass chemistry. Like, man,
engineering degree.
You think? Hey, You think when Cynthia G hits 1 million subscribers, she gonna be shaking hands with Kamala Harris?
She's not gonna
Cynthia
get to it.
will never hit 1 million.
She won't get that high.
Her content is too fucking toxic for that.
I don't know.
No, it's too.
You heard Doja Cat's new song? I'm pretty.
No, I don't listen.
Damn, that sounded stupid coming out of my fucking mouth. Never mind.
It did. You see how it sounded?
Basically, it was some man hating shit. So like,
I mean,
I don't know.
Doja hates her dad, so I'm not surprised she hates some
black men, and that's like
she hates her dad.
I think that women hating black men shit is getting more mainstream. So Cynthia G becoming
it's always been mainstream.
She might be like the Kevin Samuels for black women.
Sure. I honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I hope she gets to 1 million subscribers. I hope she passed Kevin, because you know why? At that point, then everybody knows the black community is done.
Yeah.
All these hope. Yep. Because yep. So
kill the hope.
I don't care. I'm not even invested in killing the hope. I don't care. I really don't.
Really, Ed, bro, Ed.
I don't.
You sure you ain't invested?
I feel you.
I'm not invested in killing the hope, because what I understand is the environment is going. You know how they talk about when a wave comes in a city, it's like a washing machine where people get put in there and grind it up. That's what's going to happen. I already know. Even if they legalize prostitution, a lot of these dudes gonna get scammed. They gonna get drugged. They gonna get fucked over. I told niggas, y'all better not buy that pussy. Y'all are gonna be like crash dummies.
Y'all better not buy that.
Y'all think these women are not gonna get desperate? These women got the blood in their mouth when it comes to materialism. Y'all niggas are going to get ate the fuck up. And you know what? Nobody's gonna give a fuck, and y'all are just gonna be crying, talk about suicide and upset, whatever. Like, I'm a Darwinist in that way. I believe that if you are mentally weak, that quite frankly, what's gonna happen is just the natural law of things. That's how I personally feel and think. So I don't worry about that, because at the end of the day, dudes are only going to touch the hot stove so many times before they either can't touch it no more because they're not here, or they get tired of touching it. The question becomes, are they going to have too much baggage to recover from it? And that's up to them. That's not up to me. I just put what did they say in The Matrix? All I give you is the truth, nothing more.
Death Racer said Cynthia G up. She got better engagement than O'Shea.
I don't think she does, honestly.
I don't really care. I don't really care, because
I don't really care. But
honestly, that's a commentary. I mean, that tells you everything I need to know. Like, they had Q Butter defending her. Like, that's how you know. Okay, you niggas are not really serious. You niggas are not serious.
I mean, they never were.
That's when Psycho want to come and me talk about gender banging and shit. I'm like, you niggas
gender banging. What the fuck is gender banging?
Like, you niggas are not serious.
So
gender banging.
But where you did see that shit with the breakdown.
No, I haven't watched the breakdown in a while. They're not even in my algorithm. It takes a second for me to get motherfuckers out of my algorithm.
Go watch the video I made on it, then Edward, if you want to see that shit.
Ross, it's funny.
First of all, Cynthia has always been a black misandrist. Like, and that's another thing too. There's going to be a rise of anti-black male hatred. Like, a lot of this blue pill shit is really low level black male hatred. It really is.
It's always been that.
And so you're gonna see a return. You're gonna go check out Red Supreme. He talked about that. Q Butter straight up backed up Cynthia G. And Q Butter actually does work in the community. So my point is, and I'm glad, because the more black hell hatred becomes apparent, the more you can't deny that it ain't just some fucking misunderstanding. So I want black male hate. So the more black male hatred shows its face in its true form, fuck the nun. I want to see the full demon. Like, for Conjuring reference, the more it helps my argument. So I don't really care. Because black people need to stop acting like, oh, it's just a misunderstanding and all. And by the way, the more hatred towards black men, eventually black men are either going to break or they're going to have to get right. So either way, it works for me.
So what do you like? What does black men breaking look like?
I can't say that on screen.
Damn. Okay. Then. Put it in private chat.
You know why Cynthia G has a yeah. You know why Cynthia G has you know why Cynthia G has such a big black male following? It's because like the common like blue pill black male sees a woman like Cynthia G and they see like a black woman complaining.
I know these niggas gonna be asking me like, nigga, what did you put in the back chat?
I mean, the thing is, again, Smurgo, most black men are misandrous too, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like they see, they'll side with her because they're low. I ain't like them other self-hating niggas and the dusty shit. That ain't me. We gonna fix this problem together, my black queen Cynthia.
No, and the thing about it is like, you know, this misandrous mentality is why, like, I'll say it again, is why it's so easy for young black boys to get sexually abused and no one cares.
Oh yeah,
because no one cares. Like no one.
So anyway,
y'all
get y'all final thoughts because I'm about to end this shit. Because I'm
all right. I'm doing can I plug my channel, Ed? Then
sure.
Final thought. Okay, so yeah, I have a channel. I'm making videos for the last like 3-4 months. Subscribe. I'm doing a live stream Sunday, playing some Dragon Ball Z. If y'all want to come in, chill and chat. You know, I'm not trying to make my channel always about the black stuff. It's gonna be more diverse than that. So yeah, drop in on Sunday if y'all want to come and see it. Peace.
Yeah, if you like the memes and the video games, pull up.
Can I jump behind a link? Or
yeah.
All right, let me get my thing real quick with it.
All right, for my closing statement, I'm just gonna say, Edward, when you bring up the fact that I got smacked by a 2x4, you gotta just follow it up with, you know, he got smacked in the face with a 2x4, but he ate that shit
in the private chat so you can, because I'm not a mod, so
my nigga Smurgo ate that shit. He alpha his way through that shit.
Yeah. My channel's in the private chat, so you can put it up there.
You got hit by a 2x4. It's kind of seen as a low blow anyway, so people kind of let it go.
Yeah, I'll be playing Budokai Tenkaichi. I have Infinite World, older Naruto games. I'll just be playing games on there.
Yeah, well, I play Mortal Kombat, and I only play with the black characters.
I have 11.
No, that's not true. But
I have 11X too. I have MKL 11X.
Like, nigga, I only play with the black characters, motherfucker.
I mean, funny enough, right? It's crazy how Jax and his daughter are fucking top tier in that game.
Yeah, Garrus is too.
Yeah, Garrus, Jackie, and Jax are like top 10. I think Garrus and Jackie are like in the top 5.
Yeah, Jade is solid. A lot of people don't realize Cyrax is technically black, or Cyrax is black. Yeah, they actually got a couple of black characters.
Yeah, they have like at least 5 or 6, but yeah, that are mainstream. But yeah, like I'm surprised how good they made Jackie. I think, but I still think that Cassie's still
no. Most people say Jackie's better because she's easier to play. Yeah, even most white people like Jackie's considered like the best player in the fucking game.
Oh no, the FGC isn't as a.
No, I'm talking about 11. I'm talking about 11.
Oh.
Okay. And I'm talking about 11. And 11, she's considered like it's just people don't like to pick her.
Yeah, I know in 11, like
she's black.
She's super good in 11. She's super good.
Yeah. In 11, I don't play. I got X. I don't play X like that.
Shit, it's the faster game though, which is why I like it more.
I don't. Yeah, and that's why I don't like it. A lot of people say they like it for that. I really don't.
Yeah, so I guess you'd hate Marvel's Capcom 3 then. That game is super fast.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like slower games, but yeah. So anyway, Kevin is at 2,000 late from 1 mil, man. It's gonna go to 1 mil, and then the world's
I have Fighters 2. I have Fighters 2 Perkins. I play most fighting games and adventure games. Like
Jade is not blazing. Jade
isn't blazing. She's not even human.
If anything, Jade is like Afro Latina. That's what they.
Jade isn't even human. Like Jade, Katana.
Yeah, we know that, but they count. They count as just like technically Rain would be more like Arab. Katana
They're
is
more,
like Asian. Katana,
Melanese,
it
right?
always depends. But
Yeah,
but Jade
yeah.
is more like Afro Latina.
Yeah.
If you want to say anything, but with her skin tone, yeah. And Tanya's another one too.
Okay,
Them Outworld Exoticals.
Tanya's like the
Tanya is more
swirler.
black. Yeah,
Tanya's
Tanya,
the swirl. Tanya swirls. You can tell.
Tanya.
I wish they would have brought Tanya in there. Tanya swirls, and then Scarlet is like that redneck white bitch is attractive, but nobody likes. Right? You still a redneck.
Yeah, with the fucking blood.
You didn't love me because I'm not a Indian. You're a street bitch.
Got that blood magic and that crack cocaine voice.
Yo, okay, Young Jay say she been stagnant. I don't know, man. I was surprised she had that many subs. But I don't yeah, Tanya swirls. Yeah, she do. She sound like she do. She sound like yeah, she got that. She's for all y'all that think they want to be swirlers or represented. Yep, and Tanya's one of the best too.
Shoot! If you want to,
and guess what? Characteristic of most swirlers, nobody likes Tanya.
If you want to pick a good swirler in that game, I'll pick what's Sindel. Sindel wants everybody, bro.
Oh wow. Yes.
Sindel will take every. Have you seen her in shows?
Yeah, like Katana's I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me. It grew on me because I get because the way they did I'm gonna say this the way they did the clothes. So they ended up doing some of the stuff in the end. Because the thing is, NetherRealm, I did not like how they did like the clothes in 9. I thought that was just way too over exaggerating, fucking goofy. 10, I think, was a much. 10 was bad. 10 was good as far as like what they did, and they should have kind of carried that over to 11. Like I wanted like Melina's pants on 11, but I personally don't think they were ever gonna introduce Melina's character. I actually think they added that.
She is.
Yeah, I actually think they added that in later on. I don't think they intended to bring her over. I just don't, and I think just the.
Wait, Ed.
I would have been cool with that. I would have been cool with that, with them keeping her out. But at the same time, I mean, because I can tell by how
did Melina die?
Huh?
Didn't Melina die?
Well, what they did, they brought in younger versions.
Yeah. But in the original timeline, what's that fucking bug chick's name again? Oh my god, what is her name?
Oh yeah, she from an old game.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, you get blocked. Dude talking about, I see why y'all at the bottom of the totem pole. Yeah, and that's why you're here getting blocked by people at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yes. Having Devora killed Melina. Yeah,
he one of them Senji drones. One of them
honestly, man, I try to move on from that shit because real talk.
I enjoy my hobbies. So fuck you. Next question. Yeah.
Oh, it's because y'all talking about video games?
Yeah,
man, niggas play video games. What the hell?
You know, I mean, look, like if people
niggas sit on their couch playing 2K for 24 hours a day while your bitch at work and shit. Like, come on now, you just as bad, nigga.
In the days of RDC World and Long Beach having millions of subs, if niggas are still doing this whole you can't play game shit, please die in a ditch.
Like dudes are talking like, nah, I don't get that because dudes talk shit about y'all playing like Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Z and shit, but sit down like play 2K literally 24 hours a day. I
believe that young Jay, because the thing with NetherRealm Studios is that they make their games come out every 2 to 3 years because their games have a pretty short shelf life. So yeah, it may be 2023 with their games.
I smashed Melina though. I think she better than Katana. She's got to keep that mask on.
See, there you go with that.
So with that being said, we gonna end the stream. So, yeah, this is Edward signing off. Peace.